actually on time again on a Tuesday. How's that? Following through with consistency. I am Joker from Players Wanted. With me is the man, the myth, the legend, man of the sort of stature but tallest, biggest heart, Greg Papa Reese.
Good evening.
So we're going to go over a few things tonight, and obviously we have a lot of stuff to talk about, and can't wait to jump into all of it. And so let's go from there.
Sure.
Okay, so man, I didn't,
Good evening, and how has your week been? Can we start with that?
My week, it's I finally get my back fixed, come back from the chiropractor, and then go to my chiropractor says, do not lift anything over 50 pounds until I see you next Wednesday, which will be tomorrow. And of course, the wife schedules a test for the boy that he needs to go to Quest to get lab work done, which means I got to lift him up, and I promptly strained my back all over again. So that has been my week.
Sounds about right.
How about you, sir?
Let's see. How's things been? Good. Found out, I don't remember if I said this last time or not. Found out for sure Dom's getting leave after basic.
Oh, nice.
So that's fantastic. So that should be, not that we'll be seeing him during basic, but we'll actually be able to come on home. So that's nice. Fantastic. So we're going to run a game for him for sure. Try to get everybody out there, get him playing, shooting the newbie. So that should be a lot of fun. What else is going on this week? Store's coming along. And we got more and more vendors. We're reselling for more and more vendors, so that's good. And really getting close. So I think that's all the big news for right now. Well, no, we have other big news. I just didn't know if I wanted to say it or not just yet.
Okay, well, I do want to address something that just came up just as we went to go post this, and I think it needs to be said over and over and over again because, when certain jackasses go online and they start typing up there because they want to be me, they want to be jerks or anything else, I'm going to refer to Josh Bowman. Dude, if you're sitting there going to trash somebody's fucking reputation and go through and do it, you should probably do some fucking research first, okay? Yeah, I know, it's 3 minutes and 22 seconds, so... If you're going to bring up the stuff that happened at Origins 2018, you should do all your fucking research and look through all the stuff that was over there to see if what you're saying is actually true or not. Because if you actually were to look and research and do everything else and find out all the actors involved, you'd realize that not only has it been proven bullshit that I was not inside of a bar asking people to play test my erect penis. But the woman that said it was also proven to be a liar, a plagiarist, and everything else, and doing it just for giggles, and has since abandoned social media and also left the industry as a whole. So to give some context to people, when I was at Origins, I have two board game companies. One that's family friendly, which is Screech Dragon Studios. Those are the games you see me throwing into the crowd. I have a second game that we market directly to Spencer's, which is called Black Label Games. So if we market stuff to like Spencer's and adult toy stores and stuff like that, you can kind of guess what's inside of them. So to explain, pretty much one of our key products for that is called Sex Toy Poker. We were at the bar. We're talking with a couple of designers and all that when they're pitching us some of their adult-oriented games. And the premise behind Black Label Games is that you could come, if you have a morality clause or do not want your name attached to, say, a game like Rapey Rapist, okay? You come to us if you think that it's the best way to explain it, so we're like the most harshest thing without being like too bad. We like the game, we'll sign you and you can sign under a pseudonym, and then we'll put the game into these stores, we'll do these Black Label Game stuff, and then we'll turn around and you get paid your royalties under, say, a Cream of Some guy, just to give you broad things. So we were explaining this to a designer that has a morality clause in place because he worked for a company like Steve Jackson Games, which it's a very conservative company. And we were going over his game, and then he explained, we'll explain some of the other ones we do. We were then talking about a game called Facial the Game. If you guys have seen the game Pie Face, where you crank it and it shoots a thing of whipped cream into your face, just imagine that with a toy. So when somebody said, imagine having to play test that, I said, not it. So that's the entire story of where it came from. What happened was somebody took that story, and her name was Katie Atlee, went over to a group of super leftists because she wanted to get the clout so that she can get the things, because outrage was a big thing. She went over there. She said, well, you never believe what Mark said to me. Would you like to play test my penis? Never happened. Never went on. And periodically people find these articles that are on Reddit that are years old, which is the only time anything ever came up. And as almost everybody knows, so if you don't know, here's going to be a big shocker. I was sexually assaulted as a teenager by a coach. I am massive in consent, period. End of story. You have to consent. If I offend you in any way, I'll be the first person to apologize for offending if I think we're just, having joking around or whatever. But the reality is, that's what happens. I'm a big proponent of consent and everything else. I would not just walk up to some person in a bar and say, hey, would you like to play test my penis? So it simply didn't happen. And for a lot of you that know me, this is the most time I typically ever say the word penis, because I'm much far too crude for that. I would say dick. And on top of that, it wasn't just play test my penis, it was play test my erect penis, which I don't use the word erect either, unless we're talking about building something. And so that's it. So if you trying to dredge up this shit from over 3 years ago that had no substantiated evidence and nothing else I was going up there. In fact, the entire night that Katie Atlee was supposedly upset about this, or that I certainly said this wrong phrase to her, all night long she kept coming over to my table, hanging out with me, because I didn't move from one table because I worked all day on the con floor, legs were killing me, and I also bought her a beer before I left for the night. So that's the reality, guys. So Bowman, if you keep on to talk shit, why don't you talk shit to my face, asshole? Okay? Fuck off. All right, now on to the positive stuff. I like how
I'm making my salad. Sorry.
You know what? Ben said I would not be surprised if Papa's eating a salad and Joker's eating sushi right now.
Well,
my sushi's on the way.
I was going to have my sushi until I found out that my avocado was too ripe, so I couldn't make my sushi salad. So I got a regular salad, but I did go ahead and get some summer rolls, and I still brought my fresh tuna with me, because I'll probably end up eating that too, because it is a tradition for us to eat sushi now.
I know, right?
I want to go without it, so I found a way to still participate. But thank you, Ben. Thank you for knowing. So, yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate. Things like that. I'm not going to the closest I'll come to saying anything about it, since it's not my story, it's not my scenario, anything like that, was that, A, I'm aware of it. B, you told me about it. As soon as I found out about it, I went and did my own research on it. I recommend anybody and everybody that has a problem with anybody, make sure when you do the research, you run it to the ground. That's it. I raised my son that way. I've done it. I've always done it that way. Make sure you don't read page one of a story, read the entire story all the way through.
And what has happened since is some of these people have actually come back and recanted and saying, I'm sorry how this went down. Because what happened was, this is the beginning of the Me Too movement, right? So everyone is getting mad about certain things. And look, I could understand if people are getting offended because somebody's going around proposition in a bar and they didn't want to be propositioned. I get that 100%. Besides the fact that Katie Atlee and I had known each other at that point by 2.5 years, there was some far cruder shit said to each other by her to me. That she's the one that usually initiated these types of conversations, but it never was going to go anywhere or do anything. So the whole notion of this is just ridiculous, especially in the context of having adult-oriented games. And maybe if you even overheard something, are you sure you heard something in the right context? Fact is, I didn't find out about it until 24 hours later when it exploded on Twitter overnight. And pretty much my daughter was approached at Origins by two guys. So my daughter was 12 at the time, or 11 at the time. She was approached by two men asking if she was my daughter. So it made for an uncomfortable situation all the way around. We did a rebrand and everything else. The other thing that he addressed, which I've already addressed multiple times, is that we have 3 games that are outstanding to our backers from Kickstarter. And a global pandemic, a hurricane, a global pandemic has stopped us from producing those games right now. Are we going to produce them? Absolutely. We want them out. They're awesome games. Some of you played some of the games. It's great. Is what it is. Shit happens with Kickstarter. That's why it's always a risk. Yeah, always a risk. Whenever you back something on Kickstarter. However, most creators want to make sure they fulfill the product and all that. Anybody that has had an issue with our products, with either that didn't get the product they want, either we issued them a refund or we gave them another product, or they can wait. Those are the three things that are going on. So we weren't planning to start with this today, but when somebody sits there and starts attacking me personally on a thread that we're posting up about this, it's time for us to step up and say something in regards to it, because this has actually been addressed, I believe, on this stream before. So if you're just now getting wind of it, surprise, it's been there. It's been there for years. Nothing has come out since, and I've done a shit ton of events since Origins. I've done a shit ton of conventions since Origins. I did a shit ton before Origins. So whatever. And yes, Ashley is a perfect example of how if somebody else was listening to it. So let's bring up Ashley's comment for a second. Let's talk about this a little bit. We played a round of the game of who's meat in my mouth at the VFA again. I had some of Joker's, some of my husband's, some of Tyler's. The funny thing about it is that everybody jokes around, and at one point somebody gets offended. Either they pipe up and say, I'm offended, or why would you say that, or something else. And it's how that person reacts that goes through. If I genuinely, like I did, I think, offend Papa once. And I was, yeah, there was one time you really got upset about something I said. And I generally was apologetic to you, because I'd never intend to mean to cause anybody real harm like that. I
have a vague recollection of it. I remember saying,
yeah,
with no humor in my voice, something along the lines of, like, all right, before you fucking piss me off, or something like that.
Yeah, and I said, oh, no, I meant this. And you're like, oh, it's, because, look, the way I deal with almost everything inside of life is I joke around. I've been through a lot of fucking hardships. I mean, besides, like, the stuff that happened with my childhood, the fact that I have a disabled kid, the loss that I've had with people in the past 5 or 6 years, a lot of that stuff compounds. And how a lot of times that men particularly combat it is what happened. It's through straight humor as he loses himself. So
sorry. Oh, bad tomato. Oh God, the texture, the flavor. Oh, it snuck up on me. That's not right. Oh God. Oh, sorry. Nothing like interrupting a serious conversation with.
I got offended. You throwing a pipe in the basement of Mayhem Mill to throw me off. I'm gonna need an apology. Hey, look. Sorry. Spider, you still haven't received that, man? What the? All right, dude.
He said he's sending a new mailing address.
Yeah, send it. All right, dude. Like right now, because this is all right. Fuck this shit. Hold on 1 second, Spider. Do you have me on Facebook, man? Because I know I have a box in here somewhere.
You said nope.
No, of course you don't. Of course you don't. All right, let me get rid of this. Because look, here's how I do things right now. If something does not happen, and you don't get something from me, I don't play that. I'm not saying that you didn't receive it. I'm not saying that at all, brother. So understand when I'm saying this, I mean it by. Hold on 1 second. Entertain them for a minute, Greg.
Oh God! I didn't bring my juggling clubs. So I guess while he's gone, I can make some of the announcements, which would be pretty cool. First announcement, big announcement, obviously, and it's going to be going up officially, but June 26th is our first game back at the new field. The new field is over 22 acres. It's on Pine Island, 6 playable areas, and we will be playing there from this point forward. We've begun some of the build out already. We're bringing in the IBC containers on site. Once we get the final lease signed, we'll actually be bringing in the containers, the shipping containers, and we're going to be building out cities. So we will be. It is official that that is the new location. That's where we will be playing. On top of that, as Ben was trying to leak out so many times, thank you very much, Ben. We can now officially announce that we have been working on a deal, and we will be having quarterly 1-day events, not 2-day, single-day events on Saturdays. We have acquired the usage of the Force Center, which is the old Hendry County Prison, old Altair, whatever you want to remember it as, previously used by Doomsday for Operation Overwatch. We are using the 47-acre area, which is just all of the prison area. We've been given the go-ahead on that. We'll be announcing the first game, the first event. That's where we'll be holding all of our events from now on. So those of you that were able to enjoy North vs. South 1 and 2, we will. That will be the new location. That will be the new location for North vs. South. We anticipate now that you guys, it'll be a little less target-rich environment because 193 players on 7.5 acres versus 250 players on 47 acres. Quite a difference. But it will be the game itself will be a lot more complex. We'll have a lot more moving parts, a lot more things to win, and in turn there'll be a lot more for the raffles. There'll be a lot more going on altogether for you guys to enjoy. We have several other games scheduled, and as we move throughout the year, we'll continue to announce those. Those of you that have been following us for a while now, you may remember that we've spoken several times about the Excommunicado game, and that game is officially being designed and going to be underway, and will be played at the Force Center. So 47 acres for you to live in the world of John Wick. So
okay,
and there you go.
All right,
back
so
to you.
That's actually good timing. All right, so guess who's here again? Ashley. All right, look, keep your kid under control this time, okay? We don't
sleeping.
All right, cool. Let's hope she stays that way, not pop up like naked and stuff. All right, so Spider, before I was giving you 1 game, fuck that shit. You're getting 3 plus exclusives and everything else. This shit's in the box. I need you to make sure that you send me that thing immediately, that address, so I can get this shit on here. I'm printing the postage up. Hey, Nick.
Yep.
Because this shit's going out tomorrow, and not only am I going to track it, but I'm putting $100 worth of fucking insurance on it. And when I say that I am pissed off, it's not at you, man. I know I sent this thing out before, and this is how we always make up for shit, right? So obviously, he did not get something that was free. It's a game I sent him for free. That was part of the giveaway for the raffle for the Children's Hospital. This is how we handle it. If a customer did not receive something, we don't sit there and screw around with it. We try to make everything right, even though he's technically not a customer, but he is a viewer, so we appreciate that. Sorry. So Ashley, you want to talk about you putting a bunch of men's meat inside of your mouth?
Well, you're just barbecuing.
It was sort of interesting. Didn't something happen to you almost at that event where you had to say something about somebody? Wasn't somebody like trying to hit on you or some shit like that?
They are all at every event.
Why you gotta call me out? I mean, what?
Well, the reason why I asked that, I'm not trying to put you on the spot. I am trying to have like perspectives and stuff go on the stream. I know we rarely ever get political here and everything else. If you don't get offended if somebody were to say something and then they back down immediately when they say, "Hey, oh shit, she's married, not interested," right?
What?
Okay. Can somebody rephrase that for me?
What is it?
All right. So if somebody hits on
Have
you.
you been offended when somebody's hit on you before? Start
No.
there. No.
Okay. If they continue, it's a different story, right?
I guess 'cause I'm just kind of still married. 30 seconds later, I'm still married.
All right. Well, anyways, we like having Ashley on because she was fun as hell, and we should replay the video again of me shooting her in the face and her be like, "God damn it, Mark!" But we're not going to do that today. Spider, just let me know when you sent that email over, brother. I need that address so I can write it on here right now. So you have this thing. I want to get it out first thing in the morning. I'm going over to the post office tomorrow anyway. All right. So let's talk about positive shit moving forward. All right. Bad Blood. We might push off for a minute because I think Moondog might want to come on. So let's talk a little bit about Mayhem Mill 2. For those that you weren't there, Mayhem Hill was a finishing mill that did a lot of, I guess, military camo patterns and everything else. It was a great indoor arena. It was also, yes, Critic Rodrigo. We're about to go over that right now. We're jumping our segments around a little bit because we might have Moondog come on. We're just waiting for, but we could push that off. All right, so Mayhem Mill 2. It's a Line Claw event. It's in Carlisle, South Carolina. It's actually a really fun CQB area to play in. Now, we were playing in it when it was like 20 degrees outside. It was nice and cold, nice and freezing. I don't know how my opinion is going to be once the weather warms up a bit, but to give some perspective, look, I already have this all set up.
You.
I know. I am such a good guy here.
Well, you set the expectation high now, and it is slowly dropping.
Oh, shut up! I got it. Screen this whatever.
What? Where? Who?
Ashley, he's offending me. Do something about it.
No.
All right.
Look at me. Look at me. How offensive can I really be?
Hey, you know what? You could. I don't want to. Don't.
My chair is lifted up as high as it can be, just so I can be in camera view. Okay.
Let me
How
put it this
offensive
way.
can I really
Don't
be?
let anybody. Don't get fooled by him. Okay. He is brutal. He is mean, and he
I'm a
cuts
puppy dog.
right to the heart of things. All right. So, I got a bunch of clips from that you guys might have seen, you might not have seen, but it gives you some perspective of the play area and all that. So,
this is literally our respawn. This is literally respawn.
So this is me acting like a little bit of a bitch.
No, we didn't know. All right. Just
Oh
so
yeah,
you know.
and that's.
I got you.
So this is actually a really cool area. I'm going to turn the volume down a little bit because you guys don't need to hear the volume. You're mostly here to look at it. Now, that was me shooting Jonah, I believe. Oops.
He said oops.
This was the second floor office area. So they had all these cool little cubby holes that were like multiple rows deep. Which actually, if you see it right there, sort of.
Thank you for reminding me, preacher.
Preacher, how's that shoulder again? Anyways, these things you can see all the way through. So it's really funny if like somebody's walking down and they don't check those sides to see if there's somebody down the sideways, and you get shot with them. So here's one of the outside areas that are on back. Some of the stuff you guys already saw because that was like the bad grenade throw. So there's a lot of open areas, but at the same time, there's a lot of tight little nooks and crannies. Come on, we don't need to see the
Poor guy.
That's always funny though.
Yo, that's not even
Like,
count.
Ow! Let's slow-mo that one again.
That poor kid.
Bam! Right in the neck too, and then at the top of the helmet, and then he still proceeds to pull the pin.
He tried, man. He was going for it. He was on his way down, and it couldn't have. That could have been a more perfect throw.
Yeah, it could have. It could have landed up by me, but no. Instead, it went down.
No! Look, all that open space, and it hit one of the bars. That was fantastic.
The slow-mo made it so dramatic.
This was actually one of my favorite areas to be in because I wish I had panorama on there so I could just start zooming around and stuff. You had like beyond this wall back here, there's like a lower level there with a bunch of machinery and stuff that you get a lot of great angles on. Behind me is like this dark corridor with all these side rooms, and there's a lot of holes that you could see out of and shoot out of for people walking up where they had no idea where it was coming from.
What's the average range you're shooting at, distance wise?
It really depends. I want to say like 50 feet or so.
So they never should have said anything, even though I knife killed them.
Oh, we don't need to listen to that crap.
And we need dead lights.
Yes, you're definitely going to want dead lights here.
Is there somebody dead?
Got it.
Because see how dark it is?
Come on, man. That was right in your...
All right.
Yeah, this is the lower pipe area right below that area. So if I know I'm giving you guys some clips for those of you besides the basement. Hey man, this is the basement, I think.
Oh man.
Your deadlights on. This was my other favorite spot. These rows of all these like different places where they put the stuff up there, and of course Ashley gets a phone call because
no, you didn't see
so this was like another great spot, and this was also the cool thing that happened when you're communicating with other players. Tell them, hey, your deadlight's on. He came all the way over to apologize for having his deadlight on.
Your deadlight's on. Your deadlight is on.
So that was really cool. And it might seem like I'm being aggressive or I'm yelling or I'm being mad. I'm really not mad at this point. At this point, I was just like, yo, your deadlight's been on, dude. I'm shooting you anyway. Obviously, you're shooting at me. But we don't need to see my dramatic. Although that was kind of bad.
We didn't open fire on you guys. Dude, you are fine. It is mine. I'm sorry. It's all right. Appreciate you.
This is the murder hole. So if you guys are going to Mayhem Mill and the spawn's anywhere near in the same spots as they were last time, y'all better not let me get in this hole. Because if I get inside this hole, I am going to be murking people left and right. I don't care. This is like my favorite murder spot right here.
Thank you. Good hit. Good hit.
I was really hoping that there were better innuendos than that. You're talking about being in people's holes.
I don't know.
You're talking about don't let me get in that hole. I was really hoping there was going to be a better innuendo than that. And
so if
you
you can if you can sort of see, that was the area I was in just shooting Fat Ninja before. And that's the pathway that goes into it. So if I get inside these areas, it's all dark. You can't see me. And I'm mean when I get back there. Here's more of those cubbies again. This is like all office space and all that. It's really cool the way that this place was set up. There's really good flow to it. But you have to be used to doing CQB style stuff. So if you're not used to doing CQB, there's going to be very few instances where you're going to have long shots. I mean, there's a few rooms like that, but a lot of times they put these objectives and stuff inside these small CQB areas, which, you won't have a lot of range to do stuff like that.
I'm thinking I need to rebuild my PDW for this.
Thinking you could probably fit Papa right nicely in one of those cubbies.
All right now.
Damn!
And it'd be great.
Damn!
All right now. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, well, that's worth a rewatch. Look, I'm going towards the exit, and I shoot him right in the exit hole. Oh, sorry, that was funny. So,
You crack yourself up.
yes, I do. So where I knifed those guys at, this is the other spot I was talking about. This is right behind where I was standing at. There's a dark quarter from hell. Evidently, there was a guy back there. I thought I heard something. I didn't see anything real quick. Decided to go back here, and then it ultimately was a bad play on my part.
Blue suit tie.
Oh, is this when you shot me in the?
I told you I'd shoot you.
Who's that?
The guy that was down there. He's like, he didn't realize I shot him before, but I told him he was wearing these blue uniforms or these blue. There we go. This is really funny. What the fuck? Here comes. There he is, right there. I got shot right behind. So I think that was you, critic. That came up and shot me in the backside. But they was wearing these blue zoot suits because they were cartel members. And I told him, like him and those other guy was wearing an orange one. I was like, I'm coming for you guys specifically. And then I shot him. I ended up getting both of them throughout the day, but that one was like the best one because it was from above. They had no idea what was coming from. That hurt.
Sorry, boy.
So there's two. Oh yeah, here's that murder hallway again. I'm in a separate room. That hole right there in that plexiglass is only about yay big. So big enough for me to put my head through. Certainly good for me to be shooting through.
Jeez. What's the square foot? I forgot to look it up.
1.5 million square feet.
Sorry, man.
Yeah. Ashley, you want to come?
It seems like a nightmare for me.
It really isn't that bad.
1 acre is like 40 something thousand. Isn't how big an acre is? What's it? Let me look it up. Hang on.
Yeah, this is 3 stories. Oh yeah, this is one of my favorite things that we ever did at a Milsim event right here.
So how many million? What's the number?
1.5 million square feet. That's Steven from Dart. Now, we really screwed up. If Papa was there, we would have thrown his ass inside that bin because it would have been the perfect play.
That's 34 acres. That building is 34 acres in size?
Well, 3 levels.
Oh, okay. So it's 10 acres, roughly 11 acres, give or take, each level.
I don't know what it is. I just know it's fun. So this is directly below.
What is that?
That's Ashley's dog.
Somebody's knocking at my door. I'll be back.
This is like another cool moment here. This is right that platform above me is where I knifed these people. So to give you guys perspective of where it is, all this machinery and stuff.
So that's a level that actually goes down.
Yeah. So the platform goes down to this level right here.
Okay. And is there roof play also or no?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
But the cool thing was like right here, I went over and told the guy, "Hey man, your hop up is not working." So it's just more friendly stuff like that to be like, hey, just a heads up. I want you to be able to play better. Damien, shut your door, bud. I think that came over the camera.
Check your hop up. You're going like that. Yeah.
Oh, we already saw that one. This was also in the basement.
That poor guy looked like he fell.
Look what gun I'm using.
Go ahead.
So let's go back a second. So that's actually like right there is where we took the cart down that hallway. So that's
you guys ran with the cart, yeah.
Yeah, that hallway saw a lot of dead people. That hallway was a lot. That area was a lot of fun. So this is I believe this is also what they call the basement. So it's another area. This area was perpetually dark whenever we were there.
Mm-hmm.
So there's machinery all behind me. Like if I turn a little bit more, you'll see. Now, this is going to be funny. Watch what happens as soon as he gets this thing on me.
Oh, is this where you? Yeah. Oh. Is full auto allowed?
They weren't full autoing. It was just that there was 4 guys shooting at one guy.
Oh.
Yeah. So this is also the spot where I got hit from above by a dude with a really cool thermal sight. Like, I thought that was badass as hell. Let's see.
Oh, geez, I didn't realize. Got RC Customs on. Ron Weber's on.
I said hi to Weber.
I didn't see him. I didn't notice it.
You weren't paying attention?
No. You're talking, so I don't have to pay attention.
Bite me.
Ashley was busy on the phone or with her kids.
I know, right? Hey, no, let's not jinx that because the kid is asleep.
Some kind of meat. I don't know. Whatever she's doing.
She's awake now.
This is more of that hallway of death. So, for the record, we're going to have to do some crazy shit when we go to Mayhem Mill. Because if this piece of metal right here is still there when we go back, we got to steal it.
We have to steal it.
Yes, that sheet right there.
Wait.
Let me rephrase. No. We have to acquire it. I already asked John Lou about getting it for the gun truck and for the battle bug.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, because that's that high carbon steel that we use for the plate, and we need it.
Have at it, I suppose. I'm not doing that. I'm trying to go to jail.
Oh, we won't go to jail. I do got to find out if we can get this piece of metal from John Lou, though. I really could use that for the battle bug. So our spawn is right over there in that corner where I was like in the stairwell. The stairwell comes right around. So this is the lower portion of that. And this is only, I want to say, this is the back side of that area with the offices and all that. I felt so bad about these next 2 shots. Like both of them headshots, both right
so
to
Mayhem Mill is on what day? Let me look it up. I have it right here.
July 11th through the 12th. It's a Lion Claw event.
Yep.
I believe that tickets are still on sale. They're asking people to go tan. They need.
Yep. Right now it's a 2-to-1. Yeah, right now it's a 2-to-1 green to tan. So they are asking people to go tan. Those of you that want to check it out, OP Lion Claws, plural, with an S.com, and OPMM2. You're looking for Operation Mayhem Mill 2. That's how you can get it. It's how you can get tickets for it, or you can probably search it on Facebook. So, I don't have any extra tickets, otherwise I'd be giving some away.
This
But,
one.
July 9th through the 11th, Carlisle, South Carolina.
This one is where I got hurted. All right, so I think you can actually see like the entire stuff. All right, so that's below where all that pipe yard stuff was, and then this is the above portion, so you can sort of see if I can freeze it just right. Nope. That upper level that goes all the way down in the back, I guess this is considered the third level.
Mhm.
That's all open area. There's really nothing to hide behind up in this level. Over here, this machinery, the generators and all that, are a much better spot to hide. And the cartel kept getting up there like all weekend long, which was a problem because if you come out of spawn, we're now in a firefight with this top level. But this was a team kill.
DEA? Where's the big?
But you can see the lower portion down here. The cool thing is that the bathrooms actually work on the field. Yeah. Here's what I was talking about. So over in that corner over there is where I was just at. There's nothing to hide behind up here. Maybe a few small pillars. Yeah.
I'm going wherever people are. I want to be where the people are.
Yeah, but isn't this also the place where you said you weren't allowed to go into the bathrooms?
Over there.
No.
You're not allowed to play in the bathrooms.
Correct. You're not allowed to shoot anybody in the bathrooms. Although, I did get shot in the bathroom. I did get a grenade in the bathroom.
I've had that happen too, but only after I eat Mexican food.
Somebody's like, I was like, I just had to take a piss. Well, I'm now doing something else.
Come on, dude.
All right.
You're dead.
Good job.
Now, I do get these guys. So, for the reason why this Tunnel of Doom is such a problem is because it goes all the way down parallel to their spawn. So, I would highly recommend that if you're coming out of your spawns, don't take any of this AO for granted. There's so many hidey spots here that you can easily hide within 50 feet of spawn and not see anybody. So if I see you walking out of spawn with your gun down, you're all like la 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 la, and your dead rags away, your kill lights off, you're getting shot.
Now, gonna have to be there to experience it because I'm not getting the full picture just off of this, but I'm getting a general idea. That's why I asked what some of the ranges were, some of the distance and engagement.
That's why I wanted to give you guys a feel of a lot of the stuff that's going to happen at this event. So when it comes down to Mayhem Mill, you are going to get a lot of experiences that are going to be CQB. You're going to get probably shot up close. There is going to be a lot of team killing because there's a lot of dark areas. I'm running green. Papa and I are running with Dark Horse 6. I believe it's just Papa. Oh, Yordi's coming too. So
this one, yeah.
Battery's coming up. So there'll be us three. Yordi's already like, I'm leaving the SSG 24 at home. I was like, that's probably a good idea. I don't believe there's any LMGs allowed for this event, if I remember correctly, because it's all indoor. I would highly recommend bringing Ear Pro and Pyro. The reason why for the Ear Pro is I can tell you right now, there was one point. Come at me, bro. Look, I look forward to challenges like that, right? It's like, I'm going to shoot you. Go right ahead and try. I'm going to try shooting you too.
Yuri's got no excuse, by the way. He lives down the street from me. He's minutes away from the shop. He can show up anytime and get whatever upgrades he needs. He still doesn't have a D-hop barrel. Still. And that's just because he continues to choose not to get one. Out of spite. Purely out of spite. So shame on him. And if that affects his gameplay, then shame on him. I feel nothing. I am cold and dead inside, which is why I feel nothing, but that's unrelated.
Spider, am I still doing care of that other person's name, or am I just doing it to your name? That's a good question, isn't it? Because that's one thing that's there. I'm looking forward to this event. It's a lot of fun. Ashley, if you and Tyler can make it happen, you all should make the road trip for this one.
Who? Me and Tyler?
Mhm.
Why not the rest of my team and my husband?
All right, Tyler's not your husband, is he? No. I'll leave your husband at home. You can watch the
Yeah.
kids.
Well, that's probably what's happening with Copperhead, unfortunately. He gets to go have fun. He's left home.
Bye, Felicia. That one is bring your husband too. I mean, I would say bring the entire team, because that AO, or maybe not. Jeez, okay. You realize this is streaming live, right? So all the reactions.
Yes, I know. It's just all that. Like, I'm not close quarters friendly. I'll probably cry a little. Lots of little kid screams.
Why are you shooting me? You're in front of a window. No, I'm not.
There is no windows. I'd
So
walk around a corner and
So that one, actually, I'm going to put the link inside the chats here. It really is. If you guys have not been all right. So when it comes to events like this, I would honestly say that there are some events that are limited for them. I would really recommend doing like these limited edition AOs. Like we did I was glad to do Firestorm. They had, I think, 3 events there for Firestorm, and that was another mill type place. And it was really cool to at least be able to play there and do what and have the fun that I was having at it. Down. So, yeah, that's what I would say. So, what are your thoughts there, Papa?
Me?
Yeah, you.
I like I was saying before, like I still even watching the videos, haven't talked to you and all that. I still don't know exactly what to expect, to be honest. I'm not, and much like Ashley, I'm not much of an indoor player. I'm not much of a CQB player. I don't do that very often. So I don't know exactly what to expect either. Still going to go for it. I'm going to have fun, whichever way it goes. I'm hoping that I'm, my height plays to my advantage. I'll be beneath most of the guardrails, so I should be all right.
Look, Brett, Tyler, come up with some unique freaking names so I can remember, okay?
They all got beards. They all look alike.
I know, right? They all got beards. They all look alike. They're all evidently.
I've had all their meat in my mouth, so whatever.
They all look alike from me from this angle.
Yeah, you see his
I see beards and nostrils. That's all I know of. Beards and nostrils.
So yeah, that's Mayhem Mill 2. It's going to be a fun, badass event.
I'm looking. I'm not. But by no means am I. I'm not. Dog. I'm looking forward to it. I really am. I don't ever. First of all, I don't get to play it often enough, and I'm trying to change that now. But it's that kind of AO. It's different. It's not like playing at Miami or an indoor field. This is I did the math. It's 10 acres per level. So, it's not going to be a tiny environment. It's not going to be, constantly cutting corners, but at the same time, it is. The engagements are going to be a lot closer than what I'm used to, a lot faster movement than what I'm used to.
The cool thing about that
hey, Spider just responded, by the way.
I saw that.
Okay. So, it'll be good. If I go with my PDW, none of my guns are equipped for dark, like indoor areas. I don't have lights or anything like that on any of my guns. But the PDW might work just as well for maneuverability. They all shoot about the same. All my guns shoot about the same range. If do they have an SMG rule? Like is sub 1 joule SMG class allowed full auto, things like that?
Honestly, I don't remember.
I have a computer. Let's see. Okay.
It's been filled out, Spider. And it's going to go... Oh, shit, I smeared Tracy. Oh, well. I smeared the tea.
Okay, so real quick.
No full auto.
Semi-auto, semi-only.
Yep.
Your skill accounts on spray and pray. Grenades in the form for details. Full face protection is highly recommended. If you're not wearing full face protection, shame on you. Absolutely shame on you. Mouth guard or protection is required. So if you're not wearing a lower grill, you got to have something in there. Actually, you're familiar with that. Fully sealed, having something in there.
The meat. She's talking about the meat.
Full seal goggles are a must, no exception, which at this point should go without saying anyway. Let's see. Event commemorative swag, raffle ticket, Friday night op, July 9th, full day July 10th, and half day on the 11th. Okay.
Yeah, and as soon as raffle and everything's done, we're done wrapping up. We are gone.
Yeah.
We be what? We be gone.
And if anybody that's going needs anything for or before the op, let me know. If you're going to be there, I'll bring it with rather than have to ship it out. So reach out to me, reach out Facebook or email or text message or whatever you want, whatever you got, and let me know and I'll get it on out to you. I'll bring it. I'll bring it to the op.
Hey, just caught the problem I was going to have because I looked up the other name from before. I put that other address, so I get the. Ashley, what else?
Your thing is doing your thing again.
There we go.
There it is.
She would always. A neck gaiter is more comfortable if you don't want to run a half mask. Look, I'll tell you right now. When it comes down to CQB and it comes down to this stuff, take it for somebody like me who plays in Miami Airsoft a lot. Mesh lower mask is the way to go. Period.
Yep.
If anything, wear something on your teeth to protect your teeth.
Well, and you know what? I was carrying those for a little while. The little mesh, rectangle moldable pieces. You actually can put inside like gaiters and things like that. But I saw people. We were going to design something, put Velcro around and be able to stick it in because if it's not set in place, it shifts around, it moves around. So. I might bring the dye mask. Might try the dye mask out.
You get to be called a speedy boy, huh?
I don't listen. I don't know. I've never played with them. It's comfortable. We just got one in, so everybody on the team is trying it out. I just got. Yeah, where's Jordy at? I just got his in too.
Yeah, I know he wanted to do one because of.
I got the exact one in that he wanted too. The camo one.
Yeah, it's the same one. I saw that, and I was going to mention it to you when I was there. Sorry, I'm putting this address.
We are now officially carrying those cap inserts too. By the way, those I fell in love with those things as soon as I saw them. They go inside the hat, and it actually basically turns your hat into a helmet. It's a plastic insert, and we're carrying them now. $10 a pop.
Hey, Spider, is that street or sweet you wanted to put it? And Ashley's all Mad Maxing again. Oh, there she goes. Your thing is literally doing this whole like line stuff that goes through. I don't know if you're seeing or not, but we are.
Yeah, it happens. The first time you came on, and you had to update your. You went from I don't know if you went from HD or whatever your camera was doing if you dropped it down. But it's only doing it periodically now, not permanently.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, children.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, look! Don't think that we're gonna make you famous on YouTube because
At least they're all fully
you
dressed.
see Dougie's statement. Braxton and I made a face mask that hooked in his beard for Bone Strike.
no. Okay. Sup, nerds? Sup, Purdue? What you doing, sir? I have a feeling it's sweet.
So
anyway,
I had a question
we have an
about
answer.
one of your videos
Uh-huh.
about the guy who had the Mesh Eye Pro.
Yeah. Okay, let's
Because
talk about
the
that.
other person's video was deleted or taken down or something, so I couldn't see what actually happened.
He only put that one up there. So pretty much so that's FOV Airsoft. He's another. I haven't met him personally. What the? That's weird. Let me just pull up his account real quick. So he's another YouTuber down here in Miami, and the guy that he shot. No, it's on his thing.
It didn't show up because you stitched it or whatever they call it, or
Who?
duetted it.
Yeah, I'll pull it up right now. So,
Why is Robert Stillwell saying hi to Chris Pepin? Is Pepin on here?
I
I see
don't know.
Pip on here anywhere. Yeah.
We have a lot of people that are watching on Facebook right now. So
Oh, is that maybe that's not
Yeah.
what I'm all right. I can't watch that, so
Nice. Let's see here. Let me pull up the Tiki Talks real quick and go to his account so you can see what it is. Because I know that Greg doesn't have TikTok, but luckily I do.
no, I do not. I am not a 24-year-old Instagram model, so I do not have TikTok.
I am definitely not either, but I have a TikTok.
Joker, on the other hand, is a 24-year-old Instagram model, if you didn't know that.
I can see that.
Yeah.
This is all just makeup. All right, so here it is. Let's go ahead and pull this bad boy up. So let's go back into it again.
Never do this. What are we looking at? Oh my god!
You see that BB go right
There
in?
he is. Hang on. Did it go in?
Yeah.
Obviously, because it didn't ricochet anywhere else.
Stop scrolling for just 1 second. I'm about to show you something absolutely crazy.
This is the
This
one
clip
that
I'm about to
this
show
is the
you
one
is
I
exactly
stitched.
why all mesh eye pro should be banned from airsoft. I said what I said. Now in this clip, you're going to watch me use an AAP01 shooting 244 FPS with a 0.3 gram BB. And I cannot believe this happened. Now before I play this clip, I just want to say I'm about to upload another fire shorts meme to my YouTube channel, FOB Airsoft. Check it out. You won't regret it. But anyways, here's the clip.
Oh.
No, it went in.
Oh my God! Sorry.
No, it went inside. You just happened to see it
Stop scrolling
Yeah.
for just 1
because
second.
it hit his eye and came back out. It came
Now,
back off.
I do gotta say,
exactly why
by the
all
way,
mesh
though,
eye pro should be banned from airsoft.
why is this guy
Still
8
what I
feet
said.
away?
Now in this
and
clip, you're
shooting
going
him
to
in
watch me
the
use an AAP01 shooting 244
Miami?
FPS with
Okay, I'm just saying. I don't agree with that, but
Ow!
yes, the Mesh Eye Pro absolutely 100% wrong.
I didn't even know
but
that existed.
Yeah, it's
and they still sell it too. They still sell it.
the only way that what I love is the people that are wearing what I call the fencing masks everywhere. You know what I mean? Just
I allow those on the field if they have iPro underneath.
yeah, but people I believe you can pull off the gun bunny look. Oh, I love Purdue. Don't sell yourself short, Greg.
I
believe you can
never
pull off
heard that one before.
I believe you could pull off the gun bunny look.
Oh, I definitely could. I mean, I got good legs. It's just,
The gun bunny.
you have Google. Type in gun bunny.
Last
Type
time
in gun
somebody
bunny.
told me to Google it, it wasn't very fun.
Yeah, like Goatsy or Two Girls, One Cup.
Yeah. Blue waffle. That one's a good one.
And you see that Eggo actually released a blue waffle?
No, sir.
Yes, they did.
Oh, God, no way.
Yes, they did. They
That's right. There's up on just before you get up to the highway in Fort Myers. There's a place called Fuzzy Taco. So it's an actual Mexican food joint. No, no, thanks.
No.
No, nope, not happening.
Okay, so going back to that notion of talking about that iPro and all that, I talked to that dude, that same dude with the Captain America. I recognized the shield. I said, "Hey, man, I would not wear that if I was you. It's going to go through." And his response was, "I've had these for a while. They worked fine." Okay. Until the one time it fails.
Right. That's why, I mean, look, also, if you got a pair of iPro, even if they're Oakleys or whatever they might be, and you've been shotting them and it's got a crack, throw them away.
Yeah.
They're already compromised. If no crack, no nothing, that's fine. They got a crack in them, throw them away.
Like 12th time filling out this box.
Would you say that again, please? Never mind.
12th time filling out this box.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Address is in. Address is done. We good to go. Okay.
That's a nice way to put it, Purdue. That's a very nice way to put it.
He takes pictures of the gun trying to look hot as possible for likes and views.
That is
pretty
such
much
a sweet way to put it.
Yes, it is. So what was your question about that iPro, Ashley? Was it about that you wanted to find the original video, or you just haven't seen that iPro before and you're all fuzzy again?
It's happening more and more.
Maybe it's my internet.
No.
Yeah, see? Weber's on my side. He said filling out, not in. And I'm definitely filling out of the box because I am overflowing my belt right now. Ashley, why don't you try coming out and coming back in again?
That's what it fixed it last time when she lowered her quality.
No, when I made my quality better. So high definition. Standard definition.
Ben asked, what's the address to the field on the 26th, Papa? Since you mentioned that earlier, that's actually a valid question.
Shut up, you.
Wait, hear him.
Nobody asked you. You making his questions all valid and stuff.
You're just a jerk. You know that? All right.
No, I am very aware of that, actually.
And she gone. Okay, she'll be back. All right. So 15th time's a charm, Spider. You know, you'll get. I swear, if you're in that state, where is that state located at? What part of it? I'm looking to see exactly where this thing is, because I'll tell you what, if you're there, and okay, I see where it is. Add to stream. Anywhere. Robert, we'll get to you in a minute. Relax. Simmer down.
Anyone here making crazy builds?
Yeah, well, we're not even on that segment yet. We're still talking. We have. So, what was your question about that iPro, Ashley?
Am I not fuzzy anymore?
Not anymore. Well, you could be, but we won't know.
I didn't really get to see the whole thing. I didn't know that it went through, and the fact that I didn't even know Mesh iPro was a thing.
When did that first pop up? It was only like a few years ago, right?
But Mesh?
Yeah.
No, Mesh was actually the first iPro I ever had when I played airsoft. I still have the pair at home. Yep. I didn't know any better either.
One of the cool things is that there was a video up there. Let me see if I can find it while we're talking here. Airsoft. There's a guy that put it up there about trying to go with cheap builds, and the guy actually went through and did a lot of the different things up there. If I can find the video, I'll link it and put it in, because you might be able to see it. But with as many people that do headshots, because sometimes that is the only protection that you can that they can see. Oh yeah, I found it. This dude is really cool. So let me toss it on over here. Let me put the link inside the chat so people can see what we're talking about. All right. So I want to give him some credit. So this is Wasted Space. He goes over and it does help to put it up here.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of these.
Yeah. All right, so Mesh iPro was first. He went through and did all the testing and everything else, doing the different sizes and going through. And if you have any questions on whether or not Mesh iPro is good, if you watch this guy's video, he's going to go through and explain all that.
Yeah. I will tell you that even if the BB never makes its way through, the other issue that people don't think about, I had it where over time, because you sweat, it actually begins to rust, and if it hits, the slightest bend will cause the metal to fleck, and it will shoot off into your eyeball.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah.
And he actually addresses this inside this video.
Yeah.
So he goes through and goes over all the different types that he has. So it's actually, we're not going to sit here and watch all of it now because it's 18 minutes long. But he does go through, puts them all up against each other. That way you can go through and check it out for yourself. I would highly recommend, if you're new, if you have any questions about it, check out this guy's video. It's spot on. It tells you exactly. He goes through a wide variety of different airsoft stuff. That's because what he tries to do is make it affordable for people to play airsoft when you're just coming in. Because a lot of times when I see people wearing that Mesh iPro, it's for one of two reasons. One, they wanted to go cheap to get into airsoft. They just spent $200 or $300 on an airsoft rifle. They just spent, another $30 to $40 on a battery, probably mags and everything else. And when they get down to that thing of getting a face mask and everything else, they're at the last end of their budget, which I believe should be the start of your budget. The first thing that you should buy, hands down, solid state of iPro, solid mesh mask. Now I use the one Tigris mesh mask, and those things last me about 6 months. So for the average player, probably last them about a year or two before you need to get them replaced, because they hold up really well. I mean, this was one from.
You have the soft side ear cup one, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
So,
those are fantastic.
This is the one I used to clip into my helmet, and then I don't know, it just didn't work the way I wanted it to. So to give you guys an example, I mean, that's a lot of hits to the face, and it saves a lot. Like if I didn't have this here, I'd probably be missing some teeth. My dentist will probably love it. I keep coming in to get veneers put on and stuff, but those are the ones I recommend because it also covers your ear, so it prevents something from getting shot into your ear.
If you've ever caught one, even right there, not even inside, but caught one right there,
it sucks.
I've told the story before too. Robert just said, he said having him once, it's why he has to wear glasses now. I've told the story about getting a shard of metal in my eye, and it formed a rust ring, and they had to actually use a dental drill to grind the rust ring out. The extended story is nauseating. It's not a good story, but I don't wish that on anyone. The pain, the discomfort, all that involved, not good, not worth it. And the fact that I wear glasses now, but the fact that I can still see out of that eye is, no short miracle. You definitely don't watch. You definitely don't want something like that, and it's preventable. I mean, honestly, the cost difference between a pair of mesh eye pro and a pair of protective eye pro, honestly, is about $7 at the most. I sell the dual panes, which brings it all the way up to a total of $25, which makes it about a $15 difference. If you can't afford the extra $15, maybe your priorities are a little shot, because maybe you should be playing airsoft just yet.
Right. Airsoft is not the sport for you then.
Yeah, because if $15 breaks you, no. And Joker's right. Your first proper if you can't see, you can't shoot. So it doesn't matter how good your gun is.
Ashley went all wonky again. Are you playing stuff in the background or something? Like, do you have open video stuff going on?
I don't think so.
How many tabs you got open right now? Let's do the technical support side of this, Papa.
Real quick, if you want to put this in the chat as well, Joker, you can. 8193 Stringfellow, all one word, Stringfellow Road, St. James City.
Florida, right?
Yes.
There we go.
That is the new location for DEO Battlegrounds.
I'm still wonky.
Your audio's a little bad. Are you on a laptop or?
Yeah.
Try restarting your laptop and come back in.
Her internet dropped there too for a second. She froze like you do.
It could be that there's something's hogging her resources in the background. That's interfering with the video. It could be the video driver is having a problem.
Yes, it could.
Come here. Come here.
Just hold the power button down until it shuts down. Wait, I got a better question for you. Are you connected to a battery?
Yeah, my battery is connected. I'm
All right,
charging it.
Is it connected to the wall? Is what I meant to say. Not is it connected to a battery?
Like the charger?
Yeah,
It's connected to the wall. That's on my computer.
It's charging now?
Yes.
Try restarting your computer. Have you tried turning it on and turning it off again? Rob Weber says, congrats again, Papa.
I'll be back.
My pleasure. And your barrels are on their way, by the way.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes, it's a little bit of inspiration from him. Seeing the direction he took, plus having to fill the void, with Rage Custom going to RC and not doing them repairs and upgrades anymore. Somebody had to step in, so it just kind of made sense, and it was time. Had to plus all the nudging and pushing and all that from Wiener and from you and from Yordi. It was the only way I could get you guys to shut up. So yeah, but no, we're getting there. Slowly but surely, we're getting there. I decided not to try to rush it. I kept saying 2 weeks, and realized that I'm not trying to rush it. But we'll open when we're open. Thank you very much, Ron. I appreciate that.
Chuck, absolutely. We're going to be talking about Bad Blood here in a minute. To go through it, go in depth in that, because this is what I'm doing here, and I cannot wait. In 10 days, we have Bad Blood 2021, and I was so looking forward to Bad Blood 2020, and I understand why it was canceled, rightfully so, middle of a pandemic and all that. But now that pandemic's over, and we are definitely going to pew. So, Well, we'll get to talking that in a second. We want to bring Ashley back on. And for the box, baby. If you don't know, now you know. All right. So, in short, going over the stuff that Ashley brought up. Oh, whatever. That was like so subconscious. It wasn't even funny. Actually, it was kind of funny. To sum up.
There you go. I like that better.
You happy with that? To sum up, proper iPro, guys. I mean, and it's not just, I don't know. We talked about this, 2-3 weeks ago?
Oh, this is probably the fourth or fifth time we've talked about it overall.
No, because
there's no justification whatsoever. We did, yeah. We talked about it just a couple weeks ago. No justification whatsoever to not have proper iPro.
Yeah, because somebody posted in one of the other forums or whatever, one of the other Facebook groups saying, "Oh, why are you pushing so hard to have this iPro on?"
Because I like to keep my airsofters playing with both eyes. That's why.
Oh God. All right, so let's do the next thing here and go into the next portion of this, which is going to be Bad Blood 2021. All right, so let's go ahead and pull that tickets for that one up. Sorry, guys.
He wasn't even looking.
No, I wasn't, because I am pulling this up.
Held that up.
I can't see. I don't have it. Oh yeah, the Battle Bus, baby. All right, let's go ahead and pull this up. So, if you guys have not heard about Bad Blood, what it is at EMR Event Park. If you guys have never been there before, it's a really awesome field. It's technically a 2-day event. First day is where all the gameplay happens for the main game. Second day is a zombie outbreak game, which is kind of cool, and then open play stuff. I believe it's over 65 playable acres that were going on with multiple different fields. Multiple different feels of fields, like how it touches you. What would be the difference between Bad Blood 2017 and Bad Blood 2021? I'll be there. That's the difference. I honestly don't know what happened at Bad Blood 2021 to be 2017 to be honest. I do believe it'll be like another victory for Marxists, so we're throwing the gauntlet down. The tickets are only $50. It's actually a charity event. It's through Evike. I did put the link in there through EMR Event Park, so I would go through there to go get your ticket. Click on get your tickets. If you're anywhere in the area, I do believe there's a charge for camping, and there's some restrictions on like generator usage and all that. Like most events don't have stuff like that, but this one does. Marxists will win. Exactly. Marxists will dominate again. So to give a feeling, I'm going to go and pop open the screen here. And
hey, Mr. Weber, are those still valid?
Welcome back, Ashley. Hello.
Hello.
All right, so this is the gameplay footage I took. This is where the Marxists were starting off last time. There is one funny thing I want to show off, which is right at the beginning of gameplay. Watch the left side of the screen over here. That dude right there. Blop!
Oh.
Let's watch that again. That's funny as hell. There he is right there. And down.
Johan.
He said valid for what?
Whatever. I don't know. Discount. I don't know. Trying to be nice, shouting him out. Damn, forget it. Forget I said anything now. See? This one I got from. It definitely has to go up there. Got this one from Bulldog. Gave me this one. There we go. See that? I'll take it that you're not seeing that, Joker.
Can't go that way.
Take it that he's not even listening to me.
Fine, I'll click back over. I'm in the middle of typing something. Thank you.
No, whatever.
You use the force for good. Got it.
For food.
Oh, for food? I didn't.
Whatever. I'm not
Whatever.
important to you. Why is he wearing a cape?
Because we are Marxist, and he's wearing the Russian flag as his superpower and all that. So there is no medic rules here. So when you die, you go up and you walk back to a person with a pool noodle on. That's the mobile respawn.
Person with a pool noodle on.
Yeah, hold on.
You can't just glaze over something like that. You just said somebody's
look.
wearing a pool noodle.
Yeah, see?
See what?
You don't see the guy with the pool noodle right there? Hold on. Pool noodle right there.
Oh, okay.
So the guy that's our mobile respawn. So what happens is when we die, we go back to our mobile respawn, and after respawns are on every 10 minutes. So every 10 minutes, pop back up, and you go charging in. And the rule for Marxist was we don't stop moving. We keep going. If you stop, you die. This is actually kind of funny too, because I totally run right into a boundary line at one point. Oh, we'll play it back again because it is funny. I just went. Oof. All right, it's gonna be after this respawn. So I did. This is the pine forest I was talking about. It's got nice rows of pine trees and everything else. So this is like one type of field. Oh, here it goes.
Jeez.
That hurt too because I didn't see it until I was like running into it. That's when I put my hand out to grab it.
Good Lord.
All right.
You get a little aggressive there, huh?
I gotta admit, you're a pretty fast old man.
Thank you.
Hit.
I just kept getting lit up behind her. And you might have heard us talk about the one jackass with the dye mask. That was the kid that was doing it. So.
All right.
No idea where I'm going to put all these.
That don't do this.
What?
I got one on.
This was Bad Blood, something else?
This was Bad Blood 2019. All right.
Another one. All right, black tile right up there.
Yeah, Rooster was definitely up my butt. Like one time I had to change mags. I was like reloading and then pop, pop, pop. I looked back. I said, really? He goes, you stopped. I was like, and it was in this area too. I was like, ugh.
Hit.
There's going to be one part where I just go, this is where I first met Preacher and Casper, by the way, is on this run that's going to come up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's really funny because I think I say I'm not going to run anymore.
Taking out the LMG, that's what I'm doing. Hey, there's a guy on the left here that's not calling his hits.
Yeah, see, I called the ref on that. He walked down there. They have a lot of embedded refs for this event, which was funny because Moondog almost asked me to switch over to be an embedded ref. I'm not using that guy's cover. No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Good Lord. That's a lot of screaming going on there.
Oh, well, the thing was their mentality when it comes down to the gameplay of this was to always move forward. And it worked. I mean, we literally marched across the field. No, Corey, there's always 4 teams. It's Marxist, Deus Ex, Tribals, and Green. I forget what team Green is. This one's it's going to go out of this area in a second, but there's one I do want to show the moment where I met Preacher for the first.
He's down. Move up.
There we go.
Were you running too fast? You couldn't stop at the tree?
Yes. Yes.
Right.
Yes, that is exactly the case. I could not stop running.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll buy that for $1.
All right, so it's Green Army Force. Yeah. Oh, okay. So the staff use only. Okay, so Black Shirts Force, Deus Ex Force, Green Army's Force, and Marxist Task Force, plus the Tribals. The Tribals hold on to the spots where the thing is.
Hey, on your left, there's going to be a lot of fun. Move, 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 move. God damn it. No, we're going this way.
So this is like there's a ravine that was down off to the right there that goes way down. That was kind of cool to play in. This is the so I had some information coming back because I got separated from the massive force, and I was told that they're at one spot, so I walked into it. It was actually the wrong spawn. And as I'm walking back to go to mobile respawn, I walked right past that.
I'll tell you what. Look, come here.
That's Steven. Great guy.
Look, see that wall right there? It's on the other side of the wall on top of the fucking barrel. The stamp. There's one. Hey, we already have pushed towards it. There's contact on the far side. We took one guy out of the tower. There's only one left inside.
There were 3 tribals at that. There were tribals at that red barn.
Fuck the red barn. Our objective's right there.
So
If there's tribals, that means there's something there.
what's going on there now?
Okay, so what happens is where there's a stamp because they have what they call tribals. They're wearing Hawaiian shirts, brightly colored civilian attire, and there was a conversation about where the two things were. I know there's a stamp right there because I was already past it. There was supposedly another stamp down below, but we're all up here. It'll be a lot easier to get this stamp up here, and then then go down the ravine for the other stamp, as opposed to going down the ravine for one stamp, then having to come back up the ravine for another stamp. If that makes sense.
No, not at all. But I'll follow you with it. It's okay. It didn't mean a thing to me because I haven't been there and I don't know the area or the gameplay. But I will. I'll go with you on it, though. You said it, and you said it with conviction.
I mean it because we're gonna. Now I did screw up because sometimes what they do is
Yeah, somebody timestamp that. Somebody timestamp that. Joker just said, I did screw up.
yeah. See, there's the box right there. Oh, look, I did cut myself off screwing up. They had booby trapped another box, and when I opened it up, I didn't see anything inside, so I thought it was just another booby trap.
More boobies.
Booby trap.
There's nothing in
He's
it.
saying booby trap.
Oh, that is? Yeah. All right, so it was a stamp.
Yep. So I believe that's going to be the end of it. Yeah. So that's the bad blood sort of feel. And really the problem was that with the way my cameras were working at the time, I only got certain aspects of the gameplay. And since my son got himself in a fit of rage playing a game, he threw a bottle at his screen, damaging his monitor, so we can't go through there. Yeah, Chuck, you're going to be a collector. I was contemplating saying, hey, do you want me as a collector or not? And then I was like, with my style of play, it's better if I just do what I've been doing, which is run forward.
Well, why change up from what your natural state of play is? Yeah.
Well, stamp collectors shouldn't be front and center. They should be held back a little bit. I think Ashley is frozen.
Oh,
I love Robert's response. You run, I'll walk. So if you're looking for a really cool event, I know Amped is going to be out there. We have, I believe, 8 guys going with us to Bad Blood. Oh, thanks, Josh. That was your successor Slaughter in the background. Yeah, I look forward to running with everybody again. We are bringing a smoker up, so we'll be smoking. We'll be actually bringing a smoker to both events. We're going to bringing it to Bad Blood and to Mayhem Mill. So that's
wait, poor Papa. Why poor Papa? Sorry, I was just reading what Robert said. Why poor Papa?
because you're not going.
Well, there's a reason for that. I'm going to 2 others just after it.
No, you're also having your first game day at your new field.
Well, that is true too. Yeah, that's why I'm not going. Yeah, that's exactly it. That's why I'm not going.
Can we talk about how much of an a-hole he is by having it the one weekend I'm going to be gone, not like the weekend after? Not, but no.
If I'm not mistaken, my old field's been closed for like 2 months now. I'm doing everything I can to try to get a new one up. You're supposed to be a good supporter, and you're going somewhere else.
How many birthdays have I been to for you so far?
You're going somewhere else, and you're trying to blame me for opening my new field on the day that you're not there. Whereas you could be. You go. Look, Jordy's here. Let's.
Could I be? Sure. If you didn't plan it on the event that I've been planning for a year.
You know what? That's your choice. That's a choice you made. I didn't make that choice for you.
No, it's a choice you made to have it on a day where I'm not going to be there. Sorry, but no.
Got the bickering old couple back again.
Of course. He's angry today. I have the reason to be angry today. So.
I got reasons to be angry. Hey, Yordi, look what I got.
Yeah, genetics. Yordi, your dye mask is in. Go get it, pick it up from him.
Oh, no, it's okay. Yordi just said something about blah, 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 blah.
It's your...
like so I have a new auction item that we can go ahead and start posting up as auction right now.
$5. $5.
So, but $5 going once. Anyone else? $5 going twice. And it.
What do you mean pick up tomorrow? You better start bidding there, sucker.
Well,
I'll kill you. I'll buy it. I'll get that from him, and I'll put it up on my wall right next to the other dye mask.
Oh,
look, 570. We have 579. We have $10. $10. We hear 11. 11. 11.
$579. Here, $10. Come on.
We got 20 for pizza.
Bridge, $20. $20. 25. 20.
30.
25 going over to the Joker Man. 20 to the Joker Man, 25 to the Joker Man. 25 to hit 25 to hit 30. 30. Here 30. 25, 30 to hit 30.
I got 12. That's not Oh no, he means 120.
Oh, Nick's got 30. 30. We got Nick. We're back on a bid.
35.
You already said 8. Wait a minute.
110.
More than that.
110, because I don't want him to have it.
Bid on it. Doesn't work that way.
Ooh, 120. 130.
Oh. Sold to Robert Stillwell.
Sold for
$700.99.
For
sold.
6 times the normal. Oh god! He's already missed the Mayhem Mill segment. Oh, look at that! Yo, prices are jumping. Look at that, Preacher 200.
200. That's because this one's like impossible to find. By the way, this is the difficult one to find.
Oh man, it's great. Robert Stillwell bid $700.
Yeah, he won it. By the way, this is what I've been working on. Trying to put that together.
Nice patch wall there, sir. Nice patch wall. I love 3 of the patches I could see.
What is this? Let's see. You know, of course, you were going to be put on speaker.
That's fine. I'm going to grab that dime mask and put it under the desk. I will kill somebody for that thing.
You better drive over there right now and pick that thing up, or else somebody else is going to get it.
He's going to be here tomorrow morning.
I'll be there tonight. I'm driving over right now.
I don't know. I'm just saying, it might be worth the wait. Robert's. Oh. Yeah, but Robert bought it for $700. I might even give him like 20% off of that.
Listen, sell it for $700 or minus 20, and buy some more diamonds, and I'll get one. There you go. See, I helped you out.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but it's not going to be that color because that color is limited edition, baby.
Joker said it's not going to be that color because that color is limited, which it is. It's not limited edition, but it is limited. It's hard to find when they come in.
Limited for the past 4 years. I'll pick it up tomorrow morning.
Wait.
Hey, hold on one second. Take him off speaker. 1 second. What?
Oh, now he puts us on.
I get crap for.
I know, right? Look at him. He's not. He gets a phone call and he's sitting there talking business and everything else. He can wait an hour to get off the phone and do this. And geez, and he wonders why we get so annoyed with him and all that. Geez, it's because.
First off, okay.
First off, shut
up. Second,
Robert's like,
shut up.
Damn.
Right. Third,
I love the fact that when he said she looks up at you like, shut your pie hole. Oh, all right. I got that one too.
Yep.
No bitch buckets. This is Milsim. All right. So that is Bad Blood 2021. And I am extremely looking forward to it. The brisket will be there. There's actually going to be a Screech Dragon bunkhouse now because we've taken over a bunkhouse. I still have our RV because no. I love how Ashley's video keeps pausing at just the right time to make the most unflattering picture possible. As if to prove the point,
right?
All right, so if you guys want to check it out, come out and join us. Me and the Screech Dragon team and all that. Chuck we're all running Marxist. I believe there's about 45 to 50 tickets left from Marxist, so get them while they're hot. I believe the cutoff time for that is actually this week. So I would highly recommend getting your tickets if you have not received them already. Speaking of which, I got to ask Moondog about something. So make sure that you guys get your tickets. Come out, join us. New Milford, Pennsylvania. It's a really awesome event. Really cool. We're getting there Friday. So Friday night, there's going to be a night game Friday and Saturday night. Do it again. I can't even see which one. Oh, I can see it now.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, he knows exactly why he got put in timeout.
Yep.
So come out.
Oh, look at that.
It's a
Both
great
the
event.
co-hosts are stalled. Very good.
Yeah. It's a great event. It's going to be tons of fun. It's definitely a unique experience. If you have not had a chance to play at EMR Event Park, come on out and check it out. If you mention that you are here for the live stream, you come up and see me, you might get a little special something from me as well. And no, not like that. Stop it.
Shit.
All right. So let's go into our next segment for tonight, which is the final one, which is Nightmare Builds.
Weren't we referring to who does crazy builds before?
Well, it's not just. Oh yeah, I gotta send him the link. So I'll bring him in. But let's talk a little bit about nightmare builds, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
And nightmare builds could be anything. It could be, that one pain in the ass gun that. Where the hell did? What the? That's weird. Oh, there we go. Sorry, technical difficulties. All right. Nightmare build could be anything. It could be that, that one gun that is super sweet, but you just have to put so much time and energy into it to make it go. And victory party at Marx's bunkhouse Saturday night. It sounds like a plan, Stan. So these nightmare builds, they could just be that one particular brand of AEG, like that one particular brand of airsoft gun that is just impossible to work on. Or you have to do so much crap to it that it's better just to buy a whole new gun. So that's essentially what we're going to talk about now, going into it. Let's kick this bad boy off. So, hey, let's see if Ashley's actually connected. I think she just needs to reset her Wi-Fi.
So I don't think it's a Wi-Fi. I don't know. Maybe now the stall might be, but the what's called the screen before wasn't. But so in regards to the nightmare builds, and I'd love to see people post stuff up, and what kind of guns that they've had that have been problems and things like that. I know for me, there's two guns I prefer not to work on. Two companies I prefer not to work on if it's for upgrades. I don't like G&G period as far as working on them goes because they're still back asswards. Well, look, the fact that you've got a gearbox that opens up from the opposite side and that they still choose not to put quick change springs in, that says that they're still behind. That aside, they do very well. Other than that, they do very well. But when you're talking about, oh my God, weighs more than I do. But when you're talking about upgrading guns, Crytex. So when it comes time to upgrade a Crytek, there's really nothing you can do in the gearbox without actually having to manipulate the gearbox itself. You can change compression parts, but when you're talking about gears and things like that, or putting there you go. Thank you, Ron. When you're talking about changing like gears, you can't.
It's gotta be here, internet.
At that point, it can be, yeah.
Yeah.
So
no, Chuck, we want her to speak. She's just quiet. So we'll also say that for those of you who don't know, Ashley is new to airsoft. Her event was the VFA charity, second VFA charity game. It was her first time going out, and she may or may not have overreacted being shot because she was standing in front of a window that she didn't see.
In the throat.
Yeah. The funny thing was the night before, it's all we're having great conversations, we're all doing good stuff. Second day, she's like, all right. So, I must have played that video again. Sorry if that was playing in the
0.3
background,
gram
guys.
BB.
What
And
the
I
hell?
cannot believe this happened.
Stop it.
Now, before I play this,
I close the window, another one starts playing. All right. Let's hope the porno window doesn't go off. Anyways, so Papa does not like working on Crytek's at all. In fact, it is very hilarious for me to listen to him on the phone when he's working on it, because there's a like he seems like an angel on here talking about everybody watching their language and everything else. I picked up the phone today.
Everybody knows that you're telling lies. I would never do something like that.
From now on, I'm going to fast record every phone call we have just so I can have the proof of, listen to this shit.
No one, listen, you're the one that swears on the stream. I never swear.
Oh, yeah. Well, I
never
never
raised my
claimed,
voice.
I never claimed to be
I don't do
a
anything
choir
of the
boy.
sort.
I curse up a storm. I curse like a sailor. I vent my frustration immediately, sort of like what I did at the very beginning of the stream. That was not part of the segments at all, which, you know, some little opinionated assholes think that they can use that shit against me and all that, which fuck them. So I have no issues with saying that.
I'm sitting over here and
the quiet ones, guys, are typically the worst. Just saying.
The worst, he says. The worst.
Yeah, because when you go off, it's like you have to unleash that bottle of negative energy and frustration and anger all in one. Me, I have like I'm like pretty narrow where I'm just like whatever, and I just love how Rob is like trying to show off all of his 3 miniguns. That's gonna be his nightmare build. This man wants to run around with 3 miniguns attached together.
We've talked about it.
Yeah,
we've talked about it.
You're. I mean, look, I get it. It's going to look cool and all that, but you're going to need like an entire harness system in place. You know what you're going to need? Know what he's going to need? He's going to need the exosuit from Aliens to run that thing effectively.
Well, you're not wrong. In order to carry the weight of the guns as well as the weight of the tanks, because he's going to need a multi-tank system.
Yeah,
already done.
In order to carry the weight of all of them,
3 tanks.
The frame is going to have to is going to have to attach and bear the weight from somewhere other than just the shoulders. So
it's actually the triple minigun is going to be hand carried on my right side, and I have a 3 tank system that I just put together. It's 2 290s tanks on a splitter, and then another 120 tank as a backup.
That's an interesting setup.
Yeah.
290, two 290s and a 120 as a backup. Interesting.
So, Ashley, this is part of Ashley where she's just like, I'm just going to listen because I don't know anything about builds.
There's a lot of letters and numbers going on right now.
Her responses sometimes are just perfect. Letters, numbers, all sorts of. That's a whole lot of ABCs I know nothing about. So, all right. So between Papa and Crazy Rob, you guys have some. Yeah, dude. You see, each time you pull something out, you show me this in the pictures and all that. That thing. How much does that thing weigh?
This helmet actually weighs, I'd say, equal, if not about maybe a half a pound more than the i5s, the Dye i5s. Just a little bit heavier, not much. I mean, this thing, it looks heavy. It's really not. It's
Is that the same helmet that Sebastian has? One of
this helmet I actually got in Moscow, Russia, on Etsy. What was it, like, for almost $300? And it took like 4 months to get this thing to me, but I finally got to run a couple of games with it over the weekend over at Wayne's World of Paintball, hosted by Warzone Airsoft.
Yep.
And I did a light Juggernaut game. Well, unfortunately, it was too freaking hot. I couldn't do the full game of a Juggernaut. I had to like leave the field a little early for that. But I did do the first game with this on, and I noticed that when I had it on, the helmet itself was just a little bit too big for my head. So I got to do a little bit of alterations to try to make it where it doesn't wobble so much. Other than that, it's a great helmet.
Damn. So first off, Rubber says you might as well get a backpack. Let's get a backpack,
a scuba tank. Yeah.
Yeah.
Already done.
No.
But Chuck, oh my God, his nightmare build was named Ginger. Year and a half to get right, and as soon as it was spot on, she got stolen.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I only ever had like one issue with somebody taking something, and it happened to Miami Airsoft. Somebody thought it was going to be a good idea to steal my pistol, and I tag all my stuff with Joker somewhere on it. Like my mags have Joker on it, my guns have Joker on it somewhere, and I written underneath. And then it's like I just got done using it. I put it down on the table. I went to the bathroom. I came back. I was like, "Where's my pistol?" And it's like one kid was acting sus. So, and nobody, like everybody's doing this big game. And then I said, "All right." I went and talked to Dimitri. They found the kid. They pulled it out. He goes, "That's my gun. I had it." And they go, "Really? Then why does it say Joker underneath it?" He goes, "That's my nickname." He goes, "Please write." I was like, and I pulled out one of my batteries. Like, that seems to be my handwriting right there. And then I was able to get my gun back. But at least in this industry as a whole, you know, there's not a whole lot of stuff like that goes down, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
But going back to nightmare build, there's like 3 segments to this that is in this thing. Like I know Papa just loves working on other shops' upgrades. Let's put it that way.
So yeah, we just went through this, and I think this was the precipice. This was the reason for this segment, and you know, just so happened that it was a Crytek, and again, you know, look, I think one of the reasons why techs don't prefer not to work on Crytek's. Crytek's have the classic Crytek whine. You know, when you try to shim a gearbox properly, you try to get everything done right. That when you squeeze the trigger, all you hear is it fire. You know, you're not wanting to hear that whine or thing. And Crytek's, because they have the auto shimming and all that, they have a whine to them, and that's annoying because it looks bad on us when we hand the gun over and it still has the whine. But the last thing you want to do is grind it out. To mill the gearbox, to me, like I've said this before, milling the gearbox is something that you do for yourself, or maybe you do for a buddy. But personally, it's not something I would recommend unless it was insisted on by the customer, and then I wouldn't guarantee it. I'd add 0 warranty for a milled out gearbox. Putting gears that don't belong in it. Putting gears that don't belong in it. I would rather just swap the gearbox, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I just wanted to share this. It was stolen from my garage on a field or event. I suspect local crackheads. Will, is that the best you got, man? Come on, you could do better.
Cocaine. I'm not sure I understand that, but on cocaine.
So, Papa, check that email I sent you real quick.
I'm looking at it right now.
Because that's going to be one of the things I'm going to go into, because I'm about to put a company on blast. I rarely ever do this. The only time I ever do this is when I get fucked over. So, incoming. So I'll let Papa read through it. to make sure that he already knows the conversations we had last night or earlier today, to see if my response is complete. That's complete bullshit.
Is this what you read to me, or is there more to it now?
Did I read this to you earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, we're going there, guys.
Yeah. So, and before you do, but yeah, that's
Yeah.
when you talk to when you talk to a tech, when you're sending your gun in, when you want my preference, and Joker knows this for sure. I like that. That's nice, Rob. Well done. Did you make that yourself?
No, I got it from the same guy on Etsy.
Oh, when my preference is this, and I think that if it's your gun, you care enough about it, have a conversation about what you want it to do. Don't necessarily tell your tech, hey, put this, and this in it. I've had them tell me, you put this kind of MOSFET in. Look, if you know, then you do it, because that may not be right. It's just because you heard somebody say it. So instead, have a conversation. I have conversations with Ashley knows. When I was talking to you and your husband, it's not about. It's about what you want it to feel like, what you want it to do. I'll worry about how to get it there. That's really where it should be between you and your tech. If you're going for something like a full custom build or a major upgrade, then let your tech decide on how to get you where it is you want to be. If you tell me, well, I want a DMR. Why do you want a DMR? Because I like to shoot far. Well, do you like to stand far away? Or do you just like to shoot far in semi-auto and all that? Because I build LM or SMGs that shoot as far as some DMRs. So and I'm not exaggerating. It's a fact. So tell me what it is you want to do, and if that's what you want, we can make that happen.
All right, Chuck. Can't wait to see you in about 10 days.
Thanks for stopping in, bud.
Thanks for watching. All right. So,
I'll be right back. As you lead into this, I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. Yeah, no, lead in.
So, sort of piggyback off what he said, I always say, make sure, like I get asked this a lot on TikTok when people say, what sort of gun should I get? Always get one that you feel comfortable in your hands. And once you have that gun in your hands and you're shooting at people, you'll, you could like that feel and everything else, and then, gut the opponents as they fail. With that being said, there's a few custom-built gun companies that are out there that offer superb service and superb guns and everything else. And I decided to go ahead and get an Umbrella Armory OCAW. So I'm throwing Umbrella Armory under the bus, right? So at Operation Iron Horse, Ashley, I think you're going to say the same
fuzzy taco.
That's one big pussy. Anyways, at Operation Iron Horse 3, I was noticing that there's performance issues with the gun, that it was not working. Now, I didn't realize this. I only thought extreme heat fucked with batteries. I didn't realize extreme cold can mess with batteries either. Anyways, the batteries were performing well. The gun wasn't sounding right, so I decided to send it to Umbrella Armory. Well, I sent it into them. They sent it back saying it's all because of your batteries. Okay, I bought new batteries. Papa can attest. I bought it from him. Get the gun back, plays 2 game days, and now it just goes full auto. What do I mean by that? Here, let's pull up the TikTok again. The TikToks. Because I definitely have a video. Oh, nope. Not that video. Hey, that's a movie. No, that maybe vampire porn, but that was the string. Okay, let me just pull up the video here.
All right. So, real quick, while you're doing that, to kind of emphasize on what I was saying, there's custom, then there's custom. So, like what Joker has, this is an Indestructible, right? Something that's built ground up, like you'll never find this anywhere else. Nice and clean, built this way. Everything about it is full custom, right? Joker's got one of those. The And there's this, right, which is one of the Specters, right? The Specter gun, almost no one could ever request this gun because it's M4 platform, right? It's rifleman, shoots right around 1.49 is right about where it is, but it's got a Wraith stock, right? So it's a lineless HPA. You wouldn't know to ask for that. Most people don't know to ask for that. Tell me, you want an HPA, but you don't want to run with a tank. That's the kind of conversation you want to have. But if you're talking about custom, you got guys like Tinker. This is Tinker's gun, right? This is a very, very, very long conversation. This is a homebrew drop stock that Tinker came up with. That's his custom. That's something he wanted to do, right? That's strictly form, function over form right there. Absolutely 100%. Because in my opinion, it's not an attractive gun, but it works. Again, that's a conversation.
It works really well.
Now this is Tiny's gun. If you look at it, it looks like something from Mad Max. Just something they found, just threw a whole bunch of pieces together. This is a cable gun. He just started grabbing pieces and parts and just slamming them together. I had to rebuild this monstrosity, and she works great. She really does. That is total custom, but it's no more custom than this. Absolutely no. That's the kind of conversation you really want to have. Is what are you looking for in the end? What do you want it to do? That's the kind of conversation you want to have, guys. Don't be disappointed by something that shows up because you didn't have a conversation.
So Perry Zellner says, "I just wait until I have you do a custom sniper for me, Papa," and that's the way to go. So let's going back into it. Let's talk a little about the OCAL, right? So all of a sudden, this started happening.
Okay, just want to go over and show what's happening with the OCAL here. So as you can see, it's in safe.
Nice.
Semi.
It's not supposed to do that.
Full.
Now,
help me, Umbrella Armory. You're my
own. Hey, Joker, has the Indestructible ever done that?
No.
My MP5 did that once a long time ago.
So
when I went back in middle school, my MP5 did that, and it actually shot me in the leg, point blank range.
Well, the funny thing was I got shot by another gun that did the same thing at the field the same day. It went full auto and it shot me, but that's a different story. I'm just going to the video because I got to get this one up and ready to go. So I want to say from there, I did what you're supposed to do. Umbrella Armory is supposed to come with a really good warranty. I spent $2,000 for this airsoft gun, right? The first time I sent it back, I got a bunch of errors. It had a bunch of errors on it. I didn't know what they meant. Ray couldn't deal with the gun because it's an Umbrella Armory gun. And with Umbrella Armory, if anybody else goes inside of it, can void the warranty. So I said, I'm sending it back. So when I sent it to them, my expectation was that they were going to plug the gun into the gate systems, right? And I expected that it was going to come in and it'll be and everything will be okay. Like they'll be able to figure out something on it, right? Well, that's not what happened. I got an email saying, "Hey, Mark, hope you're doing well. Thanks for your patience here. Our team got to work on your rifle and have identified the cause of your issue. This is the result of your batteries continuing to trip the fail-safe measures of the Titan, doing them to be undercharged or improperly balanced. Per the last service visit of your rifle, we found similar circumstances. We informed you regarding your batteries. With that being said, from what my team has informed me, the issue is a chance of arising from those circumstances. Since it's considered to fall under improper use, sadly, we're not able to cover repair costs for your rifle under warranty and will need to bill you for that. You have invoiced for a replacement Gate Titan Advanced unit, $130, and a discounted service fee of $65. This repair totaling $195. I sent the invoice to your email, blah, 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 blah. Okay. I called Papa immediately because something sounded to be bullshit to me. And what I mean by bullshit is if the batteries are undercharged and not balanced correctly, could they possibly burn out a Gate Titan like that, Papa?
So an undercharged battery kicking off the battery protection. Battery protection is for the protection of the battery, not for the protection of the MOSFET. It's so that it's a feature that allows you. The MOSFET itself saves your battery. It's not a feature to protect itself. So an overcharge is a different story. You put a battery in that's got too high a voltage. You put a 5,000 milliamp, 14.8 something like that in there. Titan might shut down so it doesn't burn it out. But that protection shuts itself down, so you don't use too much. You can turn that feature off. You can actually turn that feature off inside the gate, and that's your battery protection feature can be turned off. If it can be turned off, then it means it can't shut down the MOSFET.
Yeah,
it's a controllable feature.
So I replied back with, "That's simply not possible. I bought new power batteries from high-powered airsoft. Also, those same batteries used to power 2 other Gate Titans and other guns that I have. At the position of Umbrella is that the only way this is going to be repaired is I have to pay $195 for repair. What did I pay for $2,000 for? Also, I would love to know how your text to diagnose the issue. Since the Gate Titan was not being recognized by the GCS program, I think your techs are trying to pass the repair onto me when the gun only worked for 2 game days before the problem started. I want the export logs for the GCS, the gate control system, showing the current codes. Again, this is all very suspicious. To date, Titan has that Titan has less than 20K rounds through it. I sent in the batteries that were when I sent it in, the batteries that were used were discarded due to the recommendation from Umbrella. So I followed their recommendation. Now explain this to me. How is the result of your batteries continue to trip the fail-safe measures of the Titan due to them being undercharged or improperly balanced? If that is happening, as you say, that means the Titan was working perfectly, tripping those fail-safes. So why are you replacing the Titan? In addition to fail-safes were tripped, it would not cause the gun to go full auto as soon as the battery is connected in safe mode per the video I sent you. In case you've forgotten, here's the video again, which is the video we just saw. Clearly, you can see this happening as soon as power is connected. 2 other techs diagnosed that the Titan went bad without opening gun because the rifle was sent back to you. There's no way that this could be caused by undercharged or improperly balanced batteries. Please respond ASAP. I got a response today. Their response was first to pass it off from one to another, but here's their tech support response. Last time the gun came in from RMA, it was reported it seems like the battery does not have the power to cycle the gun. The first thing we usually do is plug in the Gate Titan GCS, of course. At that time, we found 4 separate warnings all related to the battery issue. UPV1, protection against over discharge of the battery protection, was activated. And when it gets triggered, when you attempt to fire the gun with batteries below the recommended voltage. UVP2, voltage dropped under 3.75, which is critical for the Titan to work properly. This is not, does not mean the individual cell voltage. It means that the overall battery is below 3.75 volts. UP33, the protection against over discharge of the battery protection was activated immediately after connecting the battery. This trigger when you plug the battery in. Gate Titan immediately detects low voltage to the point where it cannot cycle the gun properly. OPT or OTP, the Titan temperature is too high. Over temperature protective is active. This kicked in when the circuit, specifically Titan temperature, is too high. The high temperature caused by either excessive use of gun or battery low voltage, causing the battery release more current at a higher amperage to compensate, which generates heat. This is identical to how traditional fuse pops when the battery is low and it continues to the gun. UPV all 1, 2, 3, all points the battery being used was dangerously low. The gun tested fine both using power supply and LiPo batteries. We inspected the gun to see any other issues besides residue buildup in the barrel, which we cleaned out. The last RMA was concluded. The gun was shipped back to you. That's all true, right? And we know exactly what caused that original issues on the GCS. I was playing in 20-degree temperatures. The batteries got drained. The batteries just didn't perform. What is it? The charge. Explain that charge. The technical term for that, Papa.
What for which when
When it's too cold outside, what happens to the battery?
Well, the batteries drain faster in extreme cold and extreme heat. So what'll end up happening is the discharge rate will drop, and that obviously you're not getting enough energy. Same thing happens to cars. In Florida, the 4-year protection on your car battery does not last all 4 years. Just like in Minnesota, it doesn't last 4 years. You know that you're not going to get it. It's not. That's why the crank hours are different in extreme heat and extreme cold. Same with a battery in a LiPo battery or lithium-ion battery. It's going to be the same. And if the battery voltage is too low, it's going to attempt to try to continue to pull until the cycle can happen. That yes, a fuse will pop because that current is inconstant. An electronic fuse will not cause damage because the current is constant. It's different. It's not the same. So to contradict what they're saying, it's not the same.
Because here's what they then turn around and said. Gate Titan does not have a physical traditional fuse. If the user ignores the warning and continues to fire the gun, Titan will burn out. This is universal from basic 3034 MOSFET to G&G ETU, BTC Specter / Chimera to Gate Titan. Yeah, if you don't need to open a gun to figure out that the MOSFET or trigger board is burnt out, it's a clear sign the gun will shoot nonstop as soon as you plug the battery in. The gun's currently sitting on the pack in one piece as it was shipped in. The price of the gun includes warranty, however, does not cover user error. For example, the piston head coming loose, snapping, snap spring guide, snapped, etc., covered under warranty. LiPo result in PME and parts failure not covered under the warranty. As far as battery goes, if you don't have the proper equipment, feel free to ship the batteries over and we'll inspect them. My response:
they still did not give you the export logs, though.
No, because what happened is they already made their determination that this came in based off the previous issue, which I had the video of the previous issue of the batteries being drained as I'm playing. So yeah, if a battery disconnects and stops, it's going to trigger all those warnings and not burn out the MOSFET. That's the design of it. So last night I contacted Gate and asked Gate specifically in regards to the issue that's there. I gave all the information that they went over. They said, it seems that the unit is damaged. Please provide us with quality photos of your Titan top and bottom board, both sides plus wires, following the instructions below. Probably this problem is not caused by undercharged or improperly battery. Let's wait for the photos of the unit. Thank you for and I told them that I have to wait for them to give it to send pictures over, which they obviously Umbrella was unwilling to do. Even Gate is saying what they're saying is bullshit. So yeah, this is where I get mad when you try to screw over a customer by trying to give a BS line because you don't want to warranty something out, you want to charge full price. I have a problem with that. In fact, here is the gun being used just before it dies. The only editing I did on this was to speed up the walk back to the front part of the field, only because I want to get it under 3 minutes. All right. Oh, hold on. Let me turn this back up again. Here. Can you guys hear it okay?
Yeah, I can. Barely. But it's on my phone.
Come on, man.
The gun's firing fine. No low battery whine, no nothing. This was the North versus South game, by the way. So this video is 3 minutes long. I mean, I'm obviously going to upload it to YouTube or to TikTok, and then I'm going to send it over to Umbrella, showing because it's just under 3 minutes, and I can now post 3-minute videos saying.
Who's up in tower? Is that admin? I thought tower was out of place for 3-story.
Guys, hold your techs responsible. You know, hold their feet to the fire.
Yeah.
That goes for me as well. You know, if I work on a gun for you, anything from a fresh build to just an upgrade or a repair. Hold our feet to the fire. We're all human. You know, no matter how big a company they may seem, whether you send it off to Umbrella or somebody else, or you send it to your buddy. Somebody touches your gun, that's your gun, man. Hold them responsible. I just did a full custom build for a confirmed kill shot for Marcel, and he took it home. Probably it was his fault for the issue, but it was something that he literally just picked it up the day prior from me. Brand new gun. Had a problem with it. I told him bring it back, and I worked on it. Hold your techs responsible. You know, make them stand behind their work, no matter what. Make them stand behind their work.
Yes. Yes, it's a tracer only game. Yes.
Ashley said her internet is not working right.
You're not shooting tracers. I said gun hit, but I said you're not shooting tracers.
So
it's coming up right almost to the point where it happens. So as you can see, the only thing that was sped up was that middle part where I was walking back to spawn. I probably could have sped this portion up too.
Last.
Yeah, man.
So he got a 3-story, yeah. Solo. I came up. My guys were going on the other side.
And I had to pull the battery. So they're trying to say that is caused by a battery. No, it could not have been. The gun was. I mean, I could go through probably all 3 hours of the video that for this day, and the gun was shooting fine. It was a fresh battery. That's a Titan battery, I believe, that was inside the gun at the time. So no, there's no chance in hell it was the battery that caused that. It had to be something else. And for Umbrella Armory to turn around and say, nope, you got to pay $195. Now, if I threw it in a fucking lake and it got soaking wet, which is, for the record, there's no lakes on Papa's field. But if I threw it in a lake and all of a sudden it wasn't working right, totally 100% agree. There's a fucking problem there, and that's my fault. Wait a second. My first gun I had worked on, I dropped it off and came back 2 weeks later. They said it works outside the gun, but not inside. They charged me $150 and set me off airsoft for about 2 years. Yeah, we have a couple of techs that are down here in Florida. One will name, one won't name, like Simple Airsoft. I'll never trust a fucking build to them ever, with the crap that we've seen from them. They've done a lot of shady shit with people's guns. The other techs, we're giving them the opportunity to fix their mistakes. So we're not going to be mentioning them, but yeah, I'm going right back on Umbrella on this. That's bullshit. What I just played was bullshit. There was no problem with the battery whatsoever. The gun just said, nope. You didn't open up the gun at all. So what if it's something else that happened? What if a wire came off and got grounded? Is that really my fault, or is that the fault of the gate Titan? That's why you should be, if you're a fucking tech and you're accepting a gun in for repair, you should be taking it out, opening it up, and finding out what the fuck's the matter with it. Especially when somebody puts $2,000 into your gun or buys one of your $2,000 guns. I'm sorry, but that's the way it is. And I don't like to typically throw companies like this under the bus, especially somebody as big as Umbrella. But your customer base is the ones that could promote or do what I'm doing here, which is this customer service was straight up shit. You know, you mean to tell me that you've had my gun for 2 weeks now? And that was the other thing. If I didn't send a message to them saying, hey, where's my gun? We wouldn't have heard anything from this. This is the same thing that happened last time when I sent it in. The last time I sent it in, they sat on the gun for 4 weeks before sending it back. It's kind of ridiculous. You know, I mean, so what I'm going to tell everybody now is, look, I got it, Ashley. I already responded. Your internet's being weird. don't worry. We appreciated you being on the stream, even though you didn't have much to say. So thanks for coming on tonight. But at this point, Umbrella Armory is almost $1,000 more than any other gun custom builder. And the only reason why you would go to Umbrella is because you have that warranty if something goes wrong in the case of this. Even Gates telling you there's something wrong, you should be giving us back. You should be doing the repair. You know, you shouldn't be treating your customers this way. And I was polite. I was present. But if you're going to sit there and, you know, blow smoke and lie to me, telling me that, you know, the reason why my Gate Titan malfunctioned was because of a freaking a bad battery. I'm sorry, an undercharged battery at that. You took my previous report and used it against me. So that's why I'm pissed off, if anybody was wondering. Because now I have two options, right? One, I can say, give me back my gun, Greg, fix it. Then nothing else will be covered again. Or I paid $195 to get the gun fixed. But I won't have it in time, I know, for Bad Blood. So what is your all's opinions on this? Like, I need suggestion from you two in video, because you could talk. But for the rest of you all, what do you guys think I should do?
Well, yeah, Rob, you know mine, and I'll share more of mine in a minute, but okay, Rob's got something for sure.
I got nothing. I got nothing. I'm trying to think of something. I can't think of anything.
While we're waiting for people to chime in, then look.
But other than that, I was going to show you guys the issue with the mesh lenses. Yeah.
Dang. Yep. See?
This is what happens if you wear mesh lenses. Bad things happen.
Yeah.
Luckily, the lens didn't completely shatter. It just been pushed in. And no BBs actually hit my eye, but the lens itself kind of ruptured my eye a little bit. So that's why I had to wear glasses.
So to Joker, to answer it, and Preacher said he's got plenty to say. Customer service, you actually touched on it right there, and that's the other thing. Look, even if and I've been at fault for this, and I've actually recently I've been at fault for this because I haven't been keeping up with guys that are waiting on custom builds and things like that. Over the past 6 months, even more than that, things have gotten pretty bad as far as supply chain and being able to actually get parts and things like that, and then shipping and the whole deal. All of that's gone bad. So, and then with me personally building the new shop, having issues with the field, all that going on has caused a lot of delays. Now, luckily, I've got some great customers who are very understanding, and I can appreciate that. I'm wrong for it though. That's not that kind of communication is not necessarily my forte, and I need to work on it. But when a customer says something's broke, or you broke it, or it broke, and it's your fault, the first response should not be, "No, the customer did it." Although that's what's in our heads, because most of the time, if you've ever worked in customer service, the customer usually did do it. But your first response, if you want to have good customer service, is, let me see. Benefit of the doubt. Let's take a look. And then you try to prove in every way, shape, or form that it was your fault. If you can't prove it was your fault, that means you ruled everything out. And then the customer is at fault. But then you actually have the proof and you can share it with the customer. So in Joker, in your case, if they did that, then they could say, hey, we plugged it into the GCS. Nothing came up. We opened it up and we looked inside, and the entire board, it was still on fire when we looked at it. what did you do to this gun? You know, they didn't even do any of that. They didn't look inside of it. They didn't plug it in. They didn't do anything. They gave you a presumption of a previous assessment. That's not good customer service. So, and I'm with Ben right there. Don't let them fix it if they're not fixing it under warranty. Send it back. I'll take care of it.
Yeah, I've been writing this email like the entire time that's there. And I like that statement. You did a presumption of previous service. I actually just put that in the email. Because and the problem is too, is like with Umbrella, they cut off their phone support. So that way people can't call in and complain. They can't call in and get any service. So I tried filling out their form on their website, and their website actually went down in quality, and you can't do anything through their website. If it wasn't so happened that I had this one particular contact at Umbrella from before, I would not be able to get through. So what the hell? You know, I mean, I spent $2,000 on your gun, and you're fucking over a customer that. And I'm not even saying it from this. I'm not saying it's like, oh, I'm so huge on TikTok, but you have a customer that has a following, a social media following, that he has now already sent one video out. I just put out the 3-minute video so I can link it, so that way they can see the video, and address it from there. You're losing potential customers over something that is probably warrantyable through Gate. Gate will probably be like, all right, well, the board's obviously bad. Replace it. Here's a replacement unit to Umbrella. Get your shit. Let's get it fixed. You know, it wasn't even an offer of that. The fact is, they left the damn thing on the rack for 2 fucking weeks without responding, and it's my fault that it happened based off of previous battery work. I'm sorry. That's
if I could, you know, I remember when you got the OCAW. And we were talking about costs and things like that. And one of the things you said, and you reiterated it after the first time you sent it in, was the money you're spending because of the warranty. They have some kind of ridiculous warranty, right?
Yeah.
That's what they claim. It's like years worth or something like that.
I think it was 2 years, yeah.
So if you're spending the money on the warranty, then should you have to fight for that, or wouldn't you rather say, don't give me the warranty and save me the money? That's my opinion. You know, if you're selling me the warranty and then challenging me on it every time, then don't give me the warranty and save me the money. That would be my opinion. You know, I'm working on the warranty for my guns now, because I want to be able to offer that to people. I want to be able to offer a warranty, but at the same time, I don't want to, you know, I don't want to end up like this also. You know, I want people to know that there's a limited warranty, but that all reasonable review will be done of the product once set in for warranty service. So, you know, you can't take a Hyundai with a lifetime bumper to bumper warranty and go smash it into a bridge and say, oh, that's the bumper, isn't it? Shouldn't it be covered? No, it doesn't work like that.
But the fact is that of what they're saying that caused it's just a line of bullshit. They just don't want to do the work. And that's what they're getting caught on, right? I could get if they turn around and say, okay, well, you know, we suspect this is user error. It's going to be $65 for us to go inside to confirm it's user error. But we can warranty out the part because it's warranted through Gate. We can go that route to replace your item. And then maybe at that point, if it says, well, we have to send it in for warranty, you have to charge us, we'll charge you $130. But if you get the information back from Gate, we'll give you back your money. That would have been at least some way to offset it. Not, no, fuck you, pay us $195. By the way, your gun sat here for 2 weeks with nothing being done on it. Because they got it June 1st. Not that I sent it out 2 weeks ago. They've had it in their possession since June 1st. So I haven't had the OCAW in my possession for 4 weeks now. Or 3.5 weeks now. So it's really frustrating because they also put a firm thing in place that only they can work on it, or their approved techs can work on it, or avoids the warranty. Or I would already had Papa replace it, contacted Gate and said, hey, we need a replacement unit, and it would have been done and over with. But no, this shit goes down. So, guys, look, I understand that people might feel in this industry that it's dangerous to challenge established shops or challenge established companies. It's not. You should challenge them if they're fucking you over. And that's at least my stance on it. And I love how Rob's now the one that's being completely quiet. He's like, I ain't fucking with nobody.
Well, I'm not a tech.
You know,
neither am I.
we're you know,
I'm learning as you guys are talking. Like I'm just listening because like I don't know the right questions to ask at that point. So this is why I'm keeping quiet to hear what other people would say and stuff like that.
well, at this point, Joker, you know, I'm a authorized goat reseller now. So when we get it back, I'll take it out. We'll send it back for RMA straight to Gate, and we'll get a replacement. You know, that's I'll make sure that we can do that. If Umbrella's not gonna stand by the warranty, if they're not gonna prove that they've done what needed to be done for the warranty, then and I say just walk away. Have them send the gun back, and we'll call it a day.
So, Papa, here's a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
For upgrading and all that stuff.
Sure.
Would you like to try to tackle that, Triple?
I mean, I've given it thought. I've given thought to it. Yeah, I've definitely given thought to it.
Man, Doug is dying over there.
Yeah. I think he actually pictured me wearing it, not me working on it.
I can just see it pick it up.
See? I told you, he pictured me wearing it, not me working on it. I actually think. I think for that rig to work properly, I think you're going to really truly need it to be more well balanced. I think you'll have to have them, and we talked about this before. I think, you know, have it be in a caltrip style. You know, where you've got one here, and one here, and then you're offsetting the weight in the back. Have your tanks. I would have gone with like 432s. 436, 32s, 36s, or even 440s. Right? I would have gone with longer, slimmer, and done a rack of 4, and run them all together, so that it would lay across your back. So that they would go this way across your back. They would lay across your back, and you can actually find a way to strap them. So they'll stay. It'll add the weight to keep you standing up. You've got either 2 here and 1 here, or 2 here and 1 here, and then you frame the whole thing out. So when either it's hinged and it cracks open and you can take it off, or you pull it up and over like this, and then you rack each one. But the frame itself is going to have to brace on your shoulders and on your hips.
Well, the thing is that after when this is done being built, you guys are probably gonna laugh at me at this one. I'm probably gonna end up making another one. To have two
full frame sets,
2, 3, or I'm sorry, 2 triple miniguns.
Here's gonna be Rob going out of the field. All right, guys, let's go. Just bring him this way. Just bring him in front.
You're doing 3 on either, basically 3 on either side.
Yeah.
Preacher, you have no idea, dude. The imagery that went through my head with Greg. First off, getting these 3 things into the shop and looking at it, I can. He's gonna call me up and be like, "Shit, fuck, motherfucker, son of a bitch." I'd be like, "What I do? Not you." Okay. Which is typically how most phone calls start with him, because I'm a good spinning board for him to just be like able to, because I don't take offense to him unloading, even if it's on me. Oh my God. But I could see him doing that, and then he gets into it. He goes, and he'll be like, I hated Crytek's before. I fucking hate this gun now. And he'll be like trying to put these 3 monstrosities together and to tie them all into one trigger unit and a brace to put it on your arm so that way you don't break your fucking arm from going down. You're almost gonna have to have a harness that's a metal harness that's almost like a Steadicam rig is what you're probably gonna need for it.
I'm actually planning on building a mech suit eventually. In the short term, really look at getting a steady camera rig. It's like, you ever see Aliens? With Vasquez and what's his face had. Yep,
that's a steady cam rig. You're probably gonna need that shit in order just to have the proper weight distribution.
Right.
Do you have any back problems?
No.
You're gonna.
I know.
Oh my God! Know what he needs to have? He also needs to have like training wheels on the back of it, so that way when he's running, it supports.
I'm telling you, man. I truly, I don't think.
Oh Jesus Christ, Rob! All right, look. I'm known for doing crazy shit, right?
Crazy Rob.
I'm used to doing crazy shit. Battle bus, battle bug, gun truck. I mean, I turn to Pop all the time and say, "It'll work," and he's like, "I no, yep, nope, yep, nope. It's gonna work."
Look, you can build it however you want. I'm giving you the practicalities of it, but you may not want practical.
No, I never did.
Like, I mean, you can definitely do it. You can set it up. I mean, what you're talking about is not even that hard, because you can set up a frame, because it's only about you'd only need it to be about that big around. Yeah, about that big around altogether, because you've got your triple. So yeah, you would only need the entire frame to be about that big around. You can have mounting points towards the rear, and then at that point, it's a sling over, and it sits right there, and then you've got the trigger. So yeah, you can do it. I think if anybody watching the stream right now is a chiropractor, I've got some business for you coming your way, because his scoliosis is gonna kick in fast.
You're gonna lose like 2 inches off your height.
Yeah, and trust me, you don't want that. You do not want that.
Yeah,
I was 6'2" before I ran 3 miniguns.
Now look at me.
Yeah.
You know what? We get to make fun of somebody else for being short. If I remember correctly, I almost looked eye to eye to Rob, and then next thing you know,
yeah, you do.
He's like, and 2 miniguns later, I can now cosplay a dork. Oh my God!
Just have me deploy off your battle bus.
That's perfectly fine. I mean, you want to talk about a fucking scary thing? All of a sudden, we kick open the back door, and here comes.
Oh, and get this! All 3 miniguns. I actually just ordered the upgraded motor for the third one. So now, once I get the third motor in, that would be 3 upgraded motors shooting at 50 rounds a second each.
So, do you have
150 rounds? 150 rounds just for one triple.
You're going to have to create an alternate feed method.
What's that?
You're going to have to create an alternate feed method.
I was actually thinking of that way before I even thought of this.
Yeah.
Was the feeding, the balance, and how am I going to then be able to fire all 3 of them all at once?
Yeah, that's easy.
And that, like I said, it was just all going through my head when I was putting all this together, and then after that, I saw someone actually made a triple minigun, but the full size.
Yeah,
minigun
these
with all 6
minis
barrels.
with the micros. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, that is heavy. Let's make it lighter.
So my recommendation would be to run spring lines through the rear, and come and cut into, and use the entire tube as a reservoir. So your current reservoir for each of the BB sets, use the tube as a reservoir for each one. Run 3 spring lines into each one. Run that back to a pack. So right there, yeah.
I mean,
So
right here is where it pretty much loads. So
yeah, I have one. So what you're going to want to do, take the spring out and put the cap on, and run spring lines into it, like the same kind of spring line that you have on a box mag, except you get an extended one, and then you're going to have to create basically a backpack that feeds that bottom feeds. It'll be a gravity feed, but it'll have to be motor fed at the same time. To push all 3 lines out.
Well,
exactly, Ron. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
Now,
you have to carry about 50,000 rounds with you.
Oh wait, he's got it. No, he's got that covered. He's got like one of those big fucking tubs of ammo.
Yeah, well, he's gonna have to carry it on the field with him though.
That's how in buckets like that.
I got it in buckets, not little tubs, buckets. just put one of those on my back.
Well, I mean, look, it's an undertaking, and you don't want me working on this with you. The hourly rate alone would kill you, because the engineering on it, that's the biggest piece. You do
I
that.
was actually the estimate time of trying to get everything together. The estimate time that I was thinking was roughly 5 to 6 months. Is what I was planning off in my head.
Yeah, if I were to have to draw it out, if I were to draw it properly, I would draw it. I would actually do it in CAD to actually know that it would function. I mean, that's a month's worth right there, just in design.
And that's why I said 5 to 6 months. I'm not reading the comments because I'm on my phone. I can't really see small things.
You got to create it. Right now, instead of using, so all those box mags all use servo motors, and instead of using a servo motor, you're going to have to use like a 240. Basically, the kind of motor you have to use motors that come in like AEPs.
Oh, okay.
They're small motors. You have to, instead of using a servo, you have to use one of those. Problem with that is you have to put it on a slip feed or something.
Yeah.
So because what happens with the servo motors, when the resistance kicks in, as soon as there's resistance, a certain amount of resistance, it shuts off. That's how the box mags work. Or you have a button that it feeds when you hit the button, and you got to kind of listen or whatever, unless you really want to go for it. But yeah, you're gonna have to use a big motor to push all those BBs through, and there's gonna have to be constant pressure in all 3 feed lines coming through.
Oh, yeah.
Feeding in. Yeah, but if you keep that, and maybe if you keep that reservoir, if you keep the BBs in the reservoir in all 3 tubes, so you're running the tube in and allowing that reservoir to fill, it gives you some play.
Right.
So that'll probably work.
Yeah. And I was actually thinking like possibly like have all the electronics like in a little box of some sort like on top, where you can pretty much get to the batteries, get to all the like all the mechanics and all that stuff right there on top. Like somehow rig everything like right there, and possibly run like the splitters for all the airlines and stuff like that through that box.
You're talking about a distribution unit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you need an air and electronic distribution unit.
Yeah, because there'll be a lot of rewiring. I know that because you're rewiring 3 miniguns, and then on top of that, rewiring or retubing everything to one unit, and then spinning out to one tube to go to the air tanks.
Yeah. Yep. So
And on top of that, the air tanks is also on a splitter as well. So
so the air tanks don't have to be on a splitter. The air tanks can all run into a distribution line.
yeah,
So they all plug into a single distribution line. That distribution line comes out to a rail, just like a fuel rail in the car.
Yeah, we have one on the battle bus to run multiple things off the scuba tanks. I think one of them is called like a Medusa system or a Hydra system.
One of my friends actually made one, so I don't know what. When I got one of his LMGs with a friend of mine, that he wanted the LMG, but I just wanted like the little extra bull crap that was off to the side that he was going to throw in an extra. I'm like, oh, yeah. I was like, I can use this, and I still have that. I still have that little green rig from Overwatch 6 that I got in a raffle. I still got that in my box behind me. That I could also use to pretty much rig anything up to it, like tanks and stuff like that.
Good night, Ron. Thank you, bud. Ben, he could, but the motor would have to feed exactly the same speed at which he was firing all rounds.
Have a good night, Ron.
It's either not keeping up, or he's going to potentially burn out the motor trying to push those rounds in, unless he creates some form of slip, a clutch or a pressure switch shut off, anything of the sort.
Yeah.
In short, it's not just as simple as bolting together 3 guns and hoping it works. No,
there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done
because the
minigun switch, feed, shoot. You could do it like that. Not my recommended, but you could. That's the easy way. But trying to do them both at the same time on the same trigger, it won't keep. It'll either overrun or won't keep up.
Right. I mean,
I think you're gonna have a secondary.
Oh, you're frozen.
Most fields won't allow you to run with that
really?
high. Yeah.
At the very least, you would have to negotiate an MED. You'd have to do a 100-foot MED
at least, because you're talking about even.
It's usually what it is already.
Yeah, but the thing is, when it comes down to it, like if you look at TCA events and everything else, most major event holders that are going on have now an ROF of 30 or less. Yeah. So, and one of your guns is already at 50, and now you have 3 attached.
Yeah,
you're 5 times the recommended that most milsim, and that's not even the milsimers that are doing the companies doing it. It's the insurance companies that are forcing those changes.
Now, I would love to see this at the chrono, just to see what all the rest would be like.
We can't.
You know how hard it is to chrono a microgun already as it is?
They can. It's just very difficult.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But putting 3 of them, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, and then you got to figure out how to get one to go down to be in line with the other one. Good luck.
I know, right?
I mean, it's a fantastic undertaking, and congratulations to you for going for it.
I mean, look, I think you know me well enough, Crazy Rob, is when you said that, I said, holy shit.
Yep.
You son of a bitch, I'm in.
You know what's funny? I probably still have that text.
Because it's a matter of look. I love it when we come up with stuff like this, crazy ideas across the board for stuff like that to come up and all that. But it's like because most people didn't believe I could convert a beetle into a battle bug. right? And if they didn't see, they couldn't. I can envision what you're doing, and I think it's going to be if you can effectively wield it, effectively use it. I think it's gonna be fantastic.
Oh yeah,
to see out on the field.
The other thing is that what I was thinking when we go to make this is that I would like to try to get a mounting system already put on it underneath, so I can quickly mount it onto, say, Battle Bus or Battle Bug as a little quick detach. On top of that, I was also thinking of a like a foldable tripod.
Yeah, I was gonna say your best option is to get it'll probably be a monopod, I would imagine. Right?
That would be really offset. It'll be like
it'll have to be at least a buy.
Yeah. But what you can do is what you can do is at the base, or when you put these three together, whatever one's your lower one, you can put a base off the bottom of it that you could have a pipe on there that you could then put into any other thing that's there. I mean,
the
I can see
bottom
that.
is going to have two, and then one on top.
Whatever's on the bottom.
Yeah.
If there's a place between the two sides, you probably have to put another plate there to go down. I mean, I would, you know what? I'd pay you $1 if you could run that bitch all day long going back and forth. And I can tell you right now, 45 minutes in, at the most, you're going to be like, I need a wheelchair for this thing. Yeah, Preacher, I mean, look, I'm not an engineer like Greg is. I know how to, jerry rig some stuff.
But this is insane.
Oh, it's insane. Don't get me wrong. I mean, of course it's insane. The sheer fact that you asked Papa to do it still has me in stitches because I know what's going to happen as soon as we end the stream. He's going to be like,
I don't want to do
it. Because
no.
He's shaking.
We already had this conversation, so I'm not even.
He's shaking his head now. But he's gonna wake up tomorrow morning. He goes, "I got an idea."
No. I've thought about this enough as it is. I've thought about it enough. I have ideas. My thoughts are not in line with his, which is fine. I mean, look.
Hey, I like ideas.
Joe, your thoughts about the Battle Bug were not in line with mine. Meaning, you should have sold that one and bought a different one. My thoughts are not always in line with everybody else's. What I think will work, I showed you with Tinker's Gun, for example. Tinker's Gun is strictly function over form. That's an ugly ass gun that I would never run, but it works great. Man wears a die mask, he can look right down his rail. Works perfect for him, right? So I would never do it. I would rather go a different route. Does that mean that I can't throw thoughts and be part of, and just be a sounding board? Sure, I don't give a shit. I'll absolutely help. I won't take any offense if no ideas are used, but also, I know I'm not. I'm not getting too. I'm not going to get too heavily involved in it because, if no other reason, I got so much other shit going on now. When it comes time for you to make the mech suit, then you come talk to me because I already have the prototype for the heads-up display built. I've built the brain for it, all that. So, that's the direction I'm headed right now. So when you're ready for that, you let me know.
Yeah, with the mech suit, I was thinking like 3 on one side, 3 on the other side on the arms, and I was thinking it was going to be something crazy heavy, but I'll probably end up needing to get a freaking trailer to haul the damn thing.
No. If you're making an actual suit, the lower portion of the suit, the legs, will actually function as a brace. Every time when you step, that way you're not carrying the weight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you think about, anytime, granted it's in movies, but the principles, the actual physics are there. If you see someone wearing a mech suit or anything like that. I think was it in Matrix with the second or third one?
The third one.
Yeah, in Matrix, I think in.
I think it's like a little bit of the second and then mostly third.
Yeah, and even in the Iron Man.
Well, you
Iron
have
Man 3, he had not Heartbreaker.
Live, Die, Repeat is another one, the Tom Cruise movie.
Yeah, anything with an exoskeleton, as long as the exoskeleton goes all the way to the ground, as long as it touches the ground, you can actually have however much weight the exoskeleton will carry without your body ever having to manage it. Now, moving forward and back is a different story. You still have to figure that piece out. But the actual carrying of the weight, you can offset that with an exoskeleton.
Yes, and I mean, there's a lot of movies there. Like again, Aliens, the original mech suit, that first mech suit to come on camera. But
excuse me, I'm sorry, Preacher. If you ever say that word on this stream again, I will have you banned. Ever say that on this stream again, I will have you banned.
I didn't even see what he said. I'm not even looking at the chat.
He said, first one, which didn't get him going, was says the man who made a demon bug technical. Then he said Warhammer vibes also. And that's the one that triggered him. And the reason why it triggered him was that he couldn't talk to me all weekend long because Christian, bullshit. He's so mad right now. He's so mad right now because from Friday through Sunday we were having a Warhammer build and Warhammer play day with Christian, Jacob, Marley, Ryan.
He says that with pride in his voice.
Fuck yeah, man! I'm a nerd. I 100% admit it. I'm a nerd that can run up and punch you in the face. Man. I'm a nerd that can run circles around you and shoot you with BBs.
Punch me in the face. Okay, you'd have to run down.
Hey! You could be standing on something.
It's unlikely.
I could be doing a crouching run.
I'd like to see that.
I do that from time to time.
Although
it only happens once or twice because then afterwards, like, oh my man.
Yeah.
I get down on your level. There's pictures.
Yeah. It's getting back up is a different story.
Hey, I get back up. There's just a lot of oomph behind it. Mostly.
All right, we got 1 minute.
And so guys, thank you all for coming out for listening to us bitch and moan. I'm sure this OCAW series is gonna become a saga. Because I did fire off that email to them as we were talking.
I'm very sorry I didn't get a chance to yell at Joker more for you guys. I promise to make that up at the next stream.
He'll make it up. He'll make it up as.
Nope, and first.
He'll make it up as soon as we end this stream tonight. He'll make it up tomorrow when I call him.
Tomorrow, maybe, yeah.
So we'll be he'll definitely make up for it at Mayhem Mill. Because we're going to be playing together on the same team and all that. One of the few times that we get to do that. Although we did have a good time on the, I had a good time on the Humvee. Until I hurt my back.
Right.
So anyways, guys, thank you all for coming on. We'd like to thank Ashley and Crazy Rob for coming on tonight. Thanks for listening to us rant. Hopefully you guys got the chance to check out the events that are coming up. Hopefully we'll see you at a couple of them. So if you can come, if you see us at any of these events, come up, say hi. We'd like to meet the people that in person. Until next time, I'm Joker. That's Papa. That's Crazy Ass Rob. And good night.